Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Vortex Racing Network's production of Monday Night Mayhem. Mean Gene Money and Zach Panzarella bringing you all the action of the Moonlight Racing League, race number 5 of our 13-race regular season. We're live at Daytona International Speedway for the showdown here at nighttime. Zach, great racing last week. 4 winners in 4 races. I mean, this thing, there's no telling who's going to win.
No, this is as competitive as a league could ever be, Mean Gene. It is ridiculous here. And now we're at Daytona. So 4 winners in 4 weeks, like you said. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Mean Gene, and this is gonna be a crazy thing I'm gonna say here. I think we're about to get 5 winners in 5 weeks.
It could be. I mean, this thing has been off the rails. We've added those wheel-to-wheel drivers. We've gotten one of the hottest rookie classes we've seen in all 7 of our seasons. And I don't know, you know, you're saying 5 in 5. I'm going to kind of agree. And I'm looking right over there at that Grandstand Racing team. Redinger, Parham, Stinson, those fellas so fast. That Redinger won at Daytona last year, but don't count out the other guys that joined him on the podium. Tony Iverson, who put together one of his best short track runs last week with a 3rd place finish at New Hampshire. And then the dark horse, how about Farmer, Zach Clausen with that podium last week at Daytona. Just goes to show you, man, anything can happen on the superspeedway.
Anything can happen, Mean Gene, and I like what you're saying. And I'm going to add to that in terms of Grandstand Racing, because that, just like you, is who I'll be looking at today. That trio, or I think it could even be 4 of them today, because you need 2 things, Mean Gene, to be successful here at Daytona, especially at Monday Night Mayhem, when you have so many veterans, so many hungry sharks around you. And those 2 things are, 1, teamwork. And we know that Grandstand Racing is going to have that. You need to be connected. You need to be selfless until you see that white flag. And then number 2, aggression. You need to be aggressive. You need to take those holes when they open up. You need to take those short, small, sometimes millisecond opportunities that can be the difference between ending up in 14th place and ending up in that front row when you come to the checkered flag. And you know every single member of Grandstand Racing is not afraid to do that.
Now, Matt, you're right. There is 4 because Matthew Fritz out there making the start here today. So plenty of excitement coming from there. Another team you got to look at has to be MC Motorsports. That's that Jonathan K. Sabir, Michael Mata team. Those fellas so fast. And it looks like they've got a 3rd member in that group with them here today as well. So they're going to have at least 3 guys trying to go real fast as Thiel, Careless Thiel, has jumped in there with them. And then Nick Mills has made a return. Yeah, go ahead and pull up the playoff standings for me really fast. Attendance, Zach, you talked about this last week. So pivotal for the drivers here this season. No win and you're in. This is about accumulating all of those points. So that attendance going to be such an issue. All the guys up in the front with 4 starts. You got to go to Nick Mills down in 21st. First guy with only 3 starts. But with just 72 points, he's 22 behind the line. Very difficult. But if anybody could make that up, I'm going to say Nick Mills, definitely one of those fellas.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day for the guys like Mills who have missed the race, because not just do you have to go all the way to 21st to find the number 3 under the starts column, it's the only place you find it, Mean Gene. Below that, Dorsey and Bev, those guys have been here every week. That goes to show not just how important showing up is, but how much you have to execute when you do. Because 1 less race for Nick Mills has just barely been enough to be better than 2 guys who have showed up before, or I mean, for a race that he hasn't. This is a big one for Mills, but just like it is a big race, a big opportunity, I should say, it's a big opportunity to really get behind in the points. We're at Daytona, Mean Gene. You can be out of this race in lap 2 from 15th place from no fault of your own without even seeing where the wreck started. This is one of those races where you're going to want to make sure you are somehow, some way there at the checkered flag and maybe getting those stage points if they're available to you when that moment occurs. But this is a massive race for a lot of drivers, especially also in that 4th, I want to say, to that 10th place position, where I think we're going to see some big swings here today.
That's not the only thing that's massive. This field has 36 drivers in it right now. So we're really looking at we're looking at a heck of a group. And Zach, how about the rookies that we've seen coming to life? We got to talk with Austin Thompson, who had that 3rd place finish just 2 weeks ago. And he talked about figuring out where you fit in the field. Right. Getting that confidence, not just for yourself to make moves on these drivers of whom you are unfamiliar, but them getting familiar with you as well. Now, Thompson does a really good job of holding that wheel straight, but at some point you have to think, when are these guys, they're finishing top 5 in other competitive leagues, when do those drivers start thinking, I'm taking what's mine? And here at Daytona, I think that might be a situation where that could start to appear. Looking down this rookie list, Michael Wolf. This guy is running with a very competitive team. He's on the Racing Tyrants. Calvin Smith, this guy as well. Dalton Connor, all these guys we've talked about up in the top 5. Dakota Bly, Cody Dorsey, Austin Thompson. At some point, these are guys that are competing for championships. They're on podiums in a 3K iRacing league somewhere else. When will that aggression get ramped up, and how will it translate to a 36-car field at Daytona?
Right. Is today the day that they want to assert themselves? Because you're going to have those opportunities, right? Maybe someone like Austin Thompson has been thinking, oh, X, Y has been racing me a certain way, and I really want to put my foot down and show who I am at some point. You're going to get that opportunity here today. You're going to see just about every driver in the field here today and have a chance to either push them, be pushed by them, cut them off, piss them off, do something to them if you are able to finish all of these laps here. So this is going to be an interesting opportunity for pretty much every rookie here, Mean Gene, especially the ones who are on smaller teams. This will be one of those moments where they will either make or break, I think, their reputation in this league. And I think one thing, as this is an extended qualifying period here today, 2 minutes left, and I don't want to put the commentator's jinx on anybody, but I'm confident saying this, Mean Gene. There is a nuance, I think is the word, to qualifying at these tracks. There's tricks, there's things you got to know, and this guy right here, currently sitting on the pole, has that figured out.
Kevin Kyle, I mean, every time we turn around, we're talking about this guy just pushing himself to the top of different points standings, whether it's the Sunday morning Premier Cup League, whether it's the Monday night Mayhem League. We have just seen Kevin really putting together some strong efforts in this next gen Cup car. I mean, dude was 3 seconds back of 5th place just yesterday at New Hampshire in the Premier Cup. Chases down the 51 of Rose and takes 5th place with him. And to add insult to injury, Zach, it was clean, man. Ugh. He just came in harder, got down on that apron, rolled that throttle just the way you want to see a pro do. And next thing you know, there he is up and getting another top 5. So you're right about Kevin. That is a guy that just has that ability to be there at the end. Question is, who is going to be the guy working with him today? I was
about to say that. Who's going to help him? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've seen those big teams. But again, he's part of the Bolander, Sean Walton team. So tonight, of course, let's take a peek, Pooh. This is a big old list. Colin Bolander. I'm looking for Colin. And I don't see him.
That at 36 drivers and one of them not being Bowling Green, we know how much he loves Super Speedway racing. But
I'm looking for Bolander, and I don't see it.
Bolander's here.
Oh, there's Bolander. He's fourth. Okay.
And we got our starting grid here, me and Gene, and we got to work through this thing quick, don't we?
Yeah, well, they do it. All righty, getting the pole. Congratulations to Kevin Kyle. He's going to get the Mean Gene Pole Award. Getting second, going to be Justin Parham. Second row, Michael Wolf, joined by Andrew Bolander. Nick Mills firing off from fifth with Jonathan Casabir on the outside of the third row. Richard Swingle and Joe Volpus will be starting on row number 4. Grant Applegate in the 9th position will be joined by Kenneth Redinger on P10. Wyatt Mickelson and Matthew Fritz going to be firing off from the 6th row. Behind them, Michael Mata in 13th and Eric Thornton starting in P14. P15 today, Trenton Johns back for his second race of the year. Calvin Smith firing off from the 16th spot. And John Beverly and Jay Stinson rounding out row number 9.
And then in row number 10, we got Cathlis Thiel, which sounds like a WWE wrestler, and I mean that in the best way possible. We'll be starting at 19th place with Jack Sanders, the captain, over in 20th. The Colonel, I'm sorry.
He's a Colonel.
The Colonel. Not
don't demote him.
Yeah, not going to do that. That could get me arrested in some places. The Colonel will be starting in 20th, and look for him today here at the Super Speedway. Tom Lester will be in 21st, and I got to look out for in the rookie Austin Thompson. We talked a lot about him pre-race. He'll be 22nd. 23rd, Louis. He'll be part of this race today. There's your captain. I guarantee you that. There's the captain. You're right, Captain Crunch. Cody Dorsey will be starting in 24th. 25th going to belong to Eric Gambrell, as if we needed more chaos in this race. Next to, as if we needed more chaos in this race, Zach Clarkson. And 27th, as we need more chaos in this race, we're going to have Tony Iverson with Dalton Connor in 28th. 29th going to belong to Lucas Alves. Ryan Holla will be in 30th place. What can the first-time MRL winner do today from 30th? 31st going to be Dakota Bleh with Cole Lewis in 22nd. These guys put down qualifying laps. 33rd, not a word or a number I'm used to saying, will be Ricky Mendela with Kyle Lennon, who just did a fantastic job in the booth for Monday ARCA. Thank you, Kyle. He'll be in 24th place. 25th will belong to Matt Novella, and then Brian Cowart riding out this insanely big, insanely massive 36 car field. And there's only one thing bigger than this field, and that is the amazing blockbuster movie Chuck and Larry coming out in July.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Oh yeah, Kevin. July 26th, catch Chuck and Larry in a theater near you. I'm going to see that in IMAX.
Oh, he is pumped up. We are getting ready to go. I'm going to see it in 70 millimeter. Right?
Oh, that's worth it. It's the type of movie you want to see in that type of format, I think.
Yeah, it's the new thing. So getting ready to go green. 35 drivers about ready to have a big old time. And, you know, it is big news. I do not see Colin Bollinger out there. Him choosing to miss today's race. Don't know if he slept through it or not. Yeah, so suddenly Kevin Kyle, who joined a super team, finds himself with just Andrew Bolander. Andrew, of course, very fast in that 24 Chevrolet, but with just 2 of them, going to be very, very interesting to see exactly how it is all going to work here today at Daytona. Waiting for this pace car to get on out of the way so we can go green. This thing about to get super exciting. And oh my.
Full field here today, full crowd.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait to see how this thing is going to go down. And away we go. Not out of a cannon because they're side-by-side racing. And that is going to be Kevin Kyle. He's got that 19 right outside of him as they are battling early on here. 2 by 2 by 2. These guys are about 15 car rows deep until it starts to break off. Some guys getting a little bit nervous. We're going to stay calm through 1 and 2. The 24 giving a nice hard push to the 19 outside lane. Really starting to work now. As you can see, the momentum building as that outside lane 4 deep. As the 97 of Swingle, though, gets closer on the inside. Big cut down. 19, I don't know if he got pushed or shot down there, but that's going to open up that outside lane for the 24 of Bollinger, coming around turn number 4, and everybody's still packed in there like sardines, baby. Oh, Thornton thinking about going 3 wide.
Man, it's not taking long for these guys to be aggressive. They want to get that first wreck out of the way. They're maybe not remembering they don't have a faster pair, and we're going 200 plus miles per hour. But Justin Parham coming fresh off the SWC ARCA race at Richmond. He nearly got that win, and now he wants this win at Daytona. A completely different style of driving, but Parham knows how to go fast. Same goes for Andrew Bollinger, and yeah, not the start, I think, that our pole sitter wanted. Now on the inside lane, second back, third back now, as Casey Beer is going to take the inside.
Yeah, but Quesabir down on that bottom. He's got a lot of speed, and that's somebody that Parham is going to be able to work with. Grandstand and MC Motorsports getting it together. Behind them, Kevin Kyle, third car on that inside row. And then you can see the 22, which is Michael Wolf's new number. Outside lane, though, it's Bollinger getting that push from Redinger and Fritz. Redinger and Fritz are teammates, so you expect to see them working really hard. Thornton, and then the number 3, which is the number Calvin Smith will be rocking this year. Oh, for whatever reason, I'm looking at old paint schemes for people. This is ugly.
That's me last week, and then we had to fix it, and then, I mean, we shouldn't have. But yeah.
What's that button? Tell me the button. What's the button?
Control R. They're all going to go gray for a second, and then hopefully they should refresh.
Oh, everybody's in a gray car, but their
Yep.
rims are, at least their rims stand out.
Hey, that will help you. All the guys with the Penske rims, those are the grandstand guys. As you see Parham giving a big push to John Case of Beer through the tri-oval here. And Mean Gene, one thing that's kind of sticking out to me, no surprise here, we've all raced this track, or you and I have, I should say, that tri-oval looking sketchy. That thing is anything but straight.
Yeah, you got the 31-degree banking on turns 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's only 18 degrees there in that tri-oval. And this is not Talladega. It's not as bad as Atlanta, but you will definitely see the cars start to push up the track just a little bit as they start to get a little bit looser and looser, and it could be dangerous being on the bottom row. And Parham says, I don't want to be on the bottom row. I'll go ahead and just bring it on up to the top. Parham now on the outside lane, waiting for Redinger and
exactly, yeah.
Bollinger to catch up to him. Bam, there's the little tap. Outside lane now moving. Good move there by the 19 as he's going to take over the lead. We're on lap number 5 of a scheduled 80-lap race. You are watching Daytona International Speedway, race number 5 of Monday Night Mayhem's 13-race regular season. Hey, tell you what, while we're on lap number 5, Zach, let's talk about Fish Speed Brakes. Big shout out to Jordan Fisher and his team, as they have been pivotal in keeping us on the air for the last 2 seasons. You want to get faster? These are the guys you need to call. $20 an hour. You're going to get a private lesson, use of Garage 61 to analyze the telemetry, braking, RPMs, shifting, and everything you need to know about getting faster. They work on quali laps as well as pit strategy. They've got guys that win at every level. And hell, you want to race on a controller? They got Jaden Browder over there too.
Yeah, they do. Those guys can get you faster. We've seen it in just about every league that we cover here on BRN. Everyone that's associated with Jordan Fisher, well, usually what it is where did this come from? How did this guy get so good so fast? And then they tell us that they had lessons from Jordan Fisher. So that really
Tony last week, man.
Yep, exactly. Tony, with his best run by a country mile, was last week, and he said that he sucked up his pride. A championship contender, one of the guys who ranks amongst the most wins in this league's history, he was not too prideful to go get some Jordan Fisher driving lessons, and they paid off immediately. Not a ton of lessons I think he needed here for Daytona, but Jordan Fisher going to become so valuable for the rest of the season. And one thing that sticked out to me and that I was going to bring up during pre-race, but I forgot for some reason. This is race 5 of our season, and normally, I think you and I both used to, Daytona being the season opener. We just saw over in the SWC ARCA season, who just opened their season today. They went to Richmond, and here we are 5 races in, and we're at Daytona. I think this is better, Mean Gene. These guys, especially like we talked about, a lot of rookies, they have a better idea of the way this field works now. I think we might see less wrecks because of that, but also at the same time, more aggression because these guys actually know each other a little bit.
Yeah, and I love the history. We cover MRL, Moonlight Racing League, they start at Charlotte, and I think there's a big draw there because of the meetups. Those of you out in the iRacing world, you know it's so much fun to get to meet up with the drivers that you compete against. And so Charlotte has been the big meetup track. A lot of us are going to be meeting at Darlington in 2 weeks, so that'll be fun as well. But you don't want to start at that track, I'll tell you what. My God. And then the Bonfire Racing League, we cover, Zach, we do the Tuesday night truck league, which tomorrow night, playoffs start. Let's go.
Playoffs?
Drive for 130. Yeah,
Michael
man.
Mata.
Sponsored by the VRN. And then the Sunday league as well. So those guys start at Kentucky because the founder, Dennis Puckett, we miss you, my friend. You are remembered. You know, Kentucky was his home track. So we always start the Monday there. But you're right. Daytona in the Cup Series, that's, you know, Super Bowl at the beginning of the year, but it is a very exciting race. One day I will attend it. Anybody wants to send Mean Gene to Daytona, let's go. Tim Darby, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, please. I have
I know you got tickets
there.
I know you got tickets, bro. Me too. Darby's
tickets?
couch.
Yeah, literally, I don't even care. I'll stay in a couch in the infield, dude. I just want to go to the Daytona 500.
Right now, his wife is listening, going, "No,
not him.
That
Anyone
is
but
not
him.
a thing."
The guy who wears the yellow and red every time we see him.
Look. I just want to say to Mrs. Darby, you don't need to worry about me. You know, I didn't drink for 11 years, and then I turned 12.
I was gonna say, yeah. I was like, you didn't drink for 11 years. You drank for 15, 20. I mean, I'm on that same trajectory.
Nah, man, I went for 11 years without drinking.
That's actually quite impressive.
Yeah, but then I turned 12 years old.
That's a phase I think a lot of us like to take a break from it.
Okay, so very curious.
Professionals.
Looks like John Beverly has gone the way of the dinosaur. I'm seeing the commish is manually disconnected, so not sure exactly what brought that about. I have noticed, though, that there was a second group running. You can see that there's 27 drivers in that first group. And then there's, about 17, 18 seconds back, you can see there's a group being led by Steve Lewis. That is that NMO/Animal House Custom team, as they have decided to separate themselves from the group.
Yeah.
And there's eight fellas in there.
This early in the race, it isn't a bad strategy, but I think one thing they may be regretting if they meant to do this, right? And you never know if they just got separated with a little checkup in the field somewhere. But this field's doing a good job keeping it green. There's been moments. There's been a lot of moments. One thing that I saw that happened was Mata made a very aggressive move, but luckily it was in front of his teammate, so that was almost certainly coordinated. They wanted that to happen, so that's why you can get away with those. But since then, the teammates of Casabir and Mata, they haven't been very lined up. And then in front of that, you have Bolander surrounded by Grandstand Racing on that outside line, right? And I think what we talk about a lot here is there's oftentimes alliances outside of teams, right? And I would not be surprised to find out Bolander would be working with them. But if he isn't, I think you can see why Bolander is so hard-pressed on not giving up any room on that outside lane. I think he knows.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Grandstand wants him out of there, don't they?
No, look, 3 wide below the 22. You can see Michael Wolf under attack. All of a sudden, Michael Wolf is in the middle, 3 wide. He's going to rub up against the 18, and he goes straight backwards. They are eating him alive.
That looked like it was going to be real bad, as Wolf did not see the car below him there. I think that's Richard Swingle. It is. And we're going 3 wide up front, Mean Gene. Eric Thornton going to be part of this. Got the 48 at Fritz also here. Yep. Oh, man, it's getting spicy. Lap 13, I'd be shocked if we make it to 20.
All right, so Wolf did go backwards, but the 3 of Austin Thompson. Oh, and we're loose. We're loose in the back. It's careless. It's careless Steele. He's into the grass.
Is his entrance music playing?
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that was actually Farmer. That was Zach Clausen, and he's still alive. No caution. We're going to stay under green.
Parham and Bolander.
Clausen saved it.
Parham and Bolander is not going to end well. I don't know what's going on up there. I don't know if they're working together. They need to do a better job of it. If they're not, they're gonna
look at Kevin Kyle pushing. He's like, I'm gonna put him in right in the back of him. It's fine.
Yep, we gotta go. Yeah, Kevin Kyle.
And then that,
not afraid to push.
God.
Oh,
no.
look at that.
And then look at Trenton Johns getting involved. And now Trenton John's going to bring it up high. He says, I'll lead this lane. Follow me, green cars.
Yes, sir. Team Green Truck gonna make a name for themselves here. Gonna be shades of Ty Gibbs. Nobody caring or not caring about anybody. I'm kidding though. John's doing a great job. Another phenomenal rookie, and we're gonna see these rookies make a name for themselves here today. Me and Gene, we talked about this in pre-race. This is an opportunity for anybody to win, and John's showing that right now. No surprise. What did I say was the second thing besides teamwork? It was aggression. Perhaps the most aggressive driver in all of MRL and SWC, leading this race right now, being pushed by his teammate.
Michael Mata up there. Now, a couple of guys on the panic button right now. We just saw Zach Clausen lose the group. Right ahead of him, Brian Cowart has also lost that main group. And then there's a little bit of a gap. You can see after Dalton Connor, so top 20 in their own group, and then 21 back, there's 5 guys. Dorsey back to Tom Lester. Yeah. And then Brian Cowart's kind of on his own. And then here we go with the Louis group as Farmer trying to get into this group, but they're just kind of kicking him backwards. He's now going to fall to the rear. Looks like maybe he'll get in there behind Matt Novella, and finally there he goes. But that group got broken up there with Clausen going straight backwards, kind of through the middle of that third group. That was dangerous.
Yeah, it was. And like we talked about last week, or I should say every time we come to Daytona, me and Gene, I feel like we're always saying this like a broken record. These drivers, they use the toe. No. Michael Mata, not clear. Oh, man, I think he's in the suck hole. I think he's in the suck hole unless he can get behind Bolander. I don't think Redinger's going to give him that. Oh, here we go.
In the wall.
Oh, Redinger. Oh, we're wrecking hard. We're wrecking so hard, my software's dying.
What's happening, Zach? Hold it together.
We're going to need the Mean Gene Cam for this.
Oh, my word.
We're under yellow, and that thing I could have read like the dictionary, Mean Gene. That was as clear as day.
I'll take it. I'll take it for you.
Yeah, take it, cameraman. Wait, why are you thin for me today?
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, you're all thin.
Oh, no, we're still on my damn... I didn't change the folder. I'm so sorry. It's gonna
okay. So we're going to go Mean Gene sun visor cam today, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. All right, so you can see up front, they're trying to go 3 wide. Keep an eye on that 42, though. He's that red car. As they go 3 wide, there's a little contact. The 42 gets caught up with the 97 of Swingle. 4 cars up top. And it just gets ugly. So 42 gonna... Oh, he almost T-boned.
Almost. And we got Redinger, Bolander. Who else we got in there?
Yeah, Redinger, Swingle. There's the 20 of Nick Mills. The 48 of Fritz.
And one thing I was going to say, Mean Gene, before I was able to just call that wreck as it happened, because we've been doing this for long enough, but it was that I did not blame those 2 packs we had just been covering for wanting nothing to do with that 2 wide group that was in front of them. Because, man, Mean Gene, I didn't need a crystal ball to tell what was about to happen there.
No, and it's something that's going to happen, especially here, lap number 17. Tires start to get old. People are going 3 wide. You see an opening down on the apron. You push your nose down there. And then especially guys in the middle. We saw Michael Wolf was able to hold on to the middle and got picked up by Austin Thompson. We saw outside lane, Matthew Fritz got kind of pushed out, but he was able to hold on that time, though. 3 wide, a little bit too much. Ends up picking up 6 cars in that wreck. Pits are open as we are seeing everybody take that opportunity. And right now, unfortunately, Nick Mills has been taken out of the car. Nick Mills is off to the infield care center, the number 20 Ford calling in today.
Yeah, it's Daytona, Mean Gene. If you have any engine damage, it is miserable with a capital M here, running around the field by yourself out the draft. I did it once in the actual Daytona 500, not the, like the IRIS Daytona 500, and luckily was able to get the car fixed over time. But I was legitimately like getting sadder than I'm proud of, running around just by yourself. There's something really depressing about it, being out of the field. And this track you could do nearly with your eyes closed when you're not in the pack. When you're in the pack, it's the most white knuckle driving you'll ever do in your entire life, and when you're not, it is a Sunday drive. And so I completely understand that.
Kick it over. I want to show you how you go from 11th to 1st in the pits.
Oh,
this is something right here. Yeah, bro. This is what you do. You got an eye right here. It's going to be Austin Thompson. You can see him coming in with the rest of the group. And this is the move you make if you decide you want to get in the front. You know, a lot of people will go 2 tires to take a chance. I understand that, but instead,
I love that.
Look at that. That is a move right there. But what that leaves the pits open.
You're right.
So he can haul around, and he's allowed to come back in, and he'll have one more lap of fuel than everybody else.
Very smart, and that's exactly what he did, Mean Gene. There is Austin Thompson now currently sitting in 14th place. Calvin Smith, another rookie, will be the leader of this race with Jonathan Casabir, Michael Mata's teammate, and Mata survived that, but he didn't make any friends, Mean Gene. I mean, if I'm going to put that on anybody, I'm going to put it on Mata. He went
I'm sorry, that was Calvin. That was Calvin. And now Calvin comes in.
Okay. So you were still right, though.
The strategy was right, name was wrong. My apologies to both those drivers.
Hey, we're still mixing up drivers that aren't even rookies, so hey, it happens. But yeah, Michael Mata there. Oh man, Mean Gene, I'm still getting good at this. I feel like every Daytona and Talladega race I've won has been by pure luck or right place, right time. But the one thing I think about this early in a race is I don't want to make any enemies. I just want everyone to love me, to trust me. And the moves that I'm seeing that 16 make just don't make sense to me at this point in the race. We'll see. I'm not sure if anything was transcribed over the radio after that wreck, but this isn't an isolated incident by Mata recently. He's been very aggressive since returning. Now we're at Daytona. He's gonna have to, in my opinion, Mean Gene, reel that in until there's about 20 to go. Maybe
the other driver I'm noticing ain't here. Nate Leska.
What the hell? I get not liking this. I mean, I'm that same pretentious and noxious good driver. I hate this. I hate this type of racing. But I show up. Come on.
Yep. So no Lesko, no Bollinger.
I love commentating it though.
I'll tell you what. Who's going to really have an advantage here in points wise would be Grant Applegate.
Huge for
Applegate's. Yeah, he's 23 points up on Vulpes between second and third, and only 5 points behind Colin. No win and you're in. So very interesting strategy here by these drivers as they are going to dig a little bit of a hole.
Are they going to drop here?
Take a 30-point hit.
They don't get a drop here either, do they?
No, there's no drop.
Wow, that is, so for those who don't know, SWC featuring 1 drop. Not here, so again, attendance, everything. Just like the beginning of the race, Mean Gene's like nothing changed. Kevin Kyle back at the point.
Yeah, but he lost a teammate. Andrew Bolander has gone to the infield care center.
Green flag, green flag.
Away we go. Whoa. Outside lane, drops it quick, and that was a count off. Casabir and Mata, teammates on that outside. Get the advantage over the 31 of Kevin Kyle. He's getting the push from Trenton Johns. Now Michael Wolf, third car on that outside lane, making it happen. Inside lane, you got 5 cars. They can't get it together, though, as it's only Kyle getting the push from the 928 of Trenton Johns. Outside lane, though, they look to be organized. Finally, Grant Applegate going to catch up. 4 cars on that inside lane. Outside lane, though, look at that, Zach. Those guys are 10 deep.
They have the numbers, but they don't have the speed they should have, Mean Gene. What you normally see is the outside lane gets a huge run out of 2. That didn't happen. Quite the opposite did, really, and that was perfect synchronization between the teammates of Casabir and Mata. I was completely wrong. That was Casabir on the point, not Kevin Kyle. That's why they had that wonderful jump, but it has not worked out for them, though, I think the way they hoped. I think a sleeper in this race, and I think we'll know his number because he's already repping it, the 928, I think soon to be 28 of Johns. He looks very strong, Mean Gene.
Yeah, Trenton Johns, he's one of those wheel-to-wheel guys. Big rival of Grant Applegate in that Sunday night league. So super exciting to see a rival from another league come in, hopefully laying down some challenge to the two-time defending champion of Grant Applegate. Grant running 9th right now. You might be wondering. He is, of course, in that number 14, 4th car on that inside lane. He needs Jay Stinson to close that gap as we are on lap number 21. Now, remember, there is stage points at the completion of lap number 40 for the top 10 drivers, but no scheduled caution. So we're just going to have to do a quick eyeball, give it the eye test to tell you what those drivers are going to be. But I would think at this stage of the game, you should maybe have enough fuel. You pit on lap number 17 to try to get to lap number 40. So that's 23-ish laps under green, 20 counting the caution lap. So should be doable.
Yeah, I think so as well, especially those drivers who aren't leading these packs. Kevin, Kyle, and Case of Beer leading their respective packs. They're going to have to be careful there. There you see it right there. Maybe KK, that looked intentional. He didn't super get bumped out there, Mean Gene. I think Kevin, Kyle, not interested in leading that group. And I get it. If you don't feel like that inside lane is going anywhere, if you don't feel like you're going to lead laps, get the bonus points that way, go save fuel. It just isn't worth it this earlier in the race. And not just that, give yourself more time to react if that wreck happens, because you know if there's going to be another big one, it's going to happen close to that stage point payout period, because that's when people start doing crazy stuff again. Right now, MC Motorsports in complete control of this race. And interestingly, or perhaps not interestingly, if you, depending on the driver you are, if you're watching this, we are back to, and I should say really immediately, Mean Gene, back to 2 packs as you have this lead pack again going hard for positions. You have this kind of single file group behind them, but even further behind them, led by Joseph Volpes, which kind of tells me that it's intentional, being as good of a driver Volpes is at this type of racing and any type of stock car racing, that he means to be here. He wants to be here. So these drivers not convinced yet that we're going to be going to the stage point payout period without our caution, or else they'd be far more compelled to make sure they're with that lead pack.
Yeah, and again, it's the NMO Animal House Custom team. As you look at that roster, they're all in Discord together. Volpes, Alves, Ricky Mandela, Novella, Steve Lewis, Jack Sanders, Kyle Lynott, all those guys. And then they just kind of picked up Kenneth Redinger. Now, a driver that is in danger, though, has to be Richard Swingle. That's that number 97. He is out there on his own, about 41 seconds back, so he is doing his best to figure something out.
In the wall.
Mata, no.
Mata around into, it looks like the 22. And we're under caution.
Oh. Is that Gambrel spinning? Who is that?
Not sure what happened after that. This one I can actually show us. Keep your eye. Oh, that's way too early. So actually, I'm going to go further back here, Mean Gene.
No, that was Mata, yeah.
When you were covering Swingle, which is interesting, and he's going to be super happy to see this caution, won't he? Keep your eye on the 13 of Tony Iverson. Watch this. Okay, if you'll let me... Hold on.
He's in the middle having a party, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And but my... Oh, God. Hold on just a sec.
Oh, no. And Mata just come down.
Yeah.
Oh, net code. That is very unfortunate.
It is. And my mouse is being all kinds of weird right now. Give me a sec, guys.
If you want to kick, can you kick it to me? I'll just show it to him.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, I can do that. Jeez. Sorry about that, dude.
Jeez, Luis. I don't know who Luis is. All right. So you can see right there, Eric Thornton giving the push to the 13 of Iverson. Michael Mata, he's in that 15, and that just looks like some net code right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can see they're not touching. And there he goes. He's into Iverson. That's Michael Wolf in the 22. He makes contact, gets a little T-bone. Drags Mata down the road. Everybody kind of making their way. Here's a scary moment. Wolf tries to go low. And here comes Mata. Don't hit him. Don't hit him.
Oh.
Here comes Farmer. Let's see what Farmer does. All right, Farmer got through.
He did. He marked safe, right?
Yeah, and then here comes the second group.
We'll go check that out.
And everybody kind of... Oh, look at the pace car, though. Pace car does it. Look at this.
He's like, this is my moment. Do your job, man. That's awesome.
Wow, that's a brutal attack by the pace car.
Yeah, it is. And I'll try to get us a look now. There it is. So this is another replay here. Iverson makes this massive 3-wide move here, Mean Gene, and this creates the calamity. And for all the criticism I've given Michael Mata, I don't think I can put this one on him.
No, it's just net code.
Yep.
Like Thornton and Mata just had net code. That's just stupid iRacing.
It is. It absolutely is. Back under caution, second time today, close to the stage break. A lot of guys pitting for their second time today. Only ones who have not pit here for the second time are Casey Hala and Johns. Coincidentally, your top three. There is your race off pit road this time around. A lot of damage repair, as you see. I think that's not entirely right on the right. I think you did see a lot of tire time there, as you see 30 plus for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm
Needing
sorry.
that
4, 5.
field-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's pit lap time, and then you look over at just pit time or pit lane time,
And so a
you
lot of
just look at
gas
pit
only,
time. Yeah, a lot of guys with the 7, meaning just left sides, and then some guys just taking fuel, like Eric Thornton, Tony Iverson. They're 4th and 5th. They just took fuel, as did Kyle, Parham, Applegate. So a lot of guys. You got to go all the way back to Eric Gambrell in 16th to find somebody who decided to take 4 tires. So a lot of action. Definitely at this point, though, you're assuming the guys that took the 26 will be fuel there on lap 26, 4th place down. They'll be able to make it to the stage quite easily. Guys above them, Casabir, Hala, Trenton, Johns, got to be thinking it might be a little tougher for them.
Caution's going to help, but it's going to be scary, yeah.
Yeah, it's still going to be very interesting. But at this point, they're choosing track position. Now, I'm wondering, though, how the guy in the lead, sure. The 2 guys in the lead, let's say Quesabir and Hala leading inside, outside lane, Zach, that's a great place to be. But what about Trenton Johns? If he's on the bottom and those tires start to drift up, if he gets just a little bit loose, do you think Tony Iverson's going to be able to resist?
No. Hell no. Does the bear
or
sit
if he's
in the
getting
woods?
tight? Yeah, I mean, or if he's getting tight, if he gets tight and starts going too low, Tony just went 3 wide, he'll do it again.
Yeah, he just went 3 wide middle, Mean Gene. If you're going to go 3 wide middle voluntarily, you're afraid of nothing. You want fear.
Oh, I love doing that. I did that in New Hampshire a ton. That was fun.
Oh, and just for the record, other drivers love it when you do it too. It's our favorite thing.
Well, what I say to them is you should have taken tires like everybody else.
Yeah, that is true. Honestly, when I'm the one on tires and you're not, I don't care.
Yeah.
Your problem.
Nah,
your problem.
me neither. Like,
I'm your
I'll
problem
drive
now,
around
buddy.
the outside too.
Literally.
I'll go around the outside. I'm like, hey, Brent Applegate makes it work. Now so can I.
And I say the same thing every time. Like, you're bad. Should have taken tires.
Yeah. We're on lap number 28, about to go green. Lights are off of the pace car. Quesabir, Hala, Johns, top 3 guys without taking tires. Behind them, Thornton, Tony Iverson rounding out the top 5. Kevin Kyle, Justin Parham, Grant Applegate, Austin Thompson, and Dalton Connor. Top 10 cars, but you and I both know that means nothing on a super speedway. Yeah, the question is now, though, is it go time for that Animal House Custom / NMO team? Do they want the stage points, or do they still bide their time? Is it worth risking it for 8, 7, 6 points, or do you wait, go for it at the end, and go for the 40?
It's worth it, and I'll tell you why after we watch this chaos.
Here we go. Jonathan Quesabir got the point. Let's see what he does with it. 3, 2, 1, away we go. Great start by the inside lane. Trenton John says, hey, buddy, I'm with you. Outside lane, there's 4 of them. They're trying really hard. Iverson trying to get help. Here comes Ryan Hala right in front of Iverson, and we're going to go 3 wide almost immediately. Eric Thornton getting faded back by Kevin Kyle. Thornton going to bring it down to the apron. Good job, where he's going to get picked up by Wyatt Mickelson. We're still 3 wide on that outside lane, though, as fine. Nobody looking for space. Farmer. It's Farmer sideways.
Not Mark safe. Oh, no, Mean Gene. Oh!
Farmer got him some more. Ricky Mandela gets picked up as well.
That wasn't even a T-bone. That was a guided missile.
Dun 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 dun. Oh my word!
Oh me, oh my! Here is a look at what just happened. I'll just show them initially. Yeah, these things happen, as Jeezy once said. Oh boy, the brakes exist, Zach. Oh, all right. Let's see what you uncovered here, Mean Gene.
Well, I'm just taking a peek right now at Gambrel. You can see Zach Clausen directly ahead of him. Now, these groups getting tight. You can see everybody starting to have a little bit of fun with each other. Again, keeping an eye, and there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go forward just a little bit.
Looks like netcode, honestly.
And I'm going to change the camera angle so we can get a little bit better look at these cars. Gambrel had a great shot of it. Here we go. That's Farmer on the inside.
Whoa.
What do you think? Did the 48 touch?
Who's in the middle there?
93?
That is. I apologize. That is Dalton Connor. I'm sorry. Why did he come down? Did he? Okay.
You want to go in car?
You can see what happened. So go back a little bit. He
Let's
didn't
look at
know.
it from the front.
He sees the applicant coming down on top of him. He reacts to that, not knowing Clausen is below him, and the rest is history.
Away.
And they
And
all,
he
I was
gets
about
away.
to say that, Mean Gene. They always get away with it.
He's like, oh, how am I going to get by Grant? How am I going to get by Grant?
That way.
I got by him.
I'm such a good race car driver.
I am. I'm the best. Hell yeah.
No, but that was a reaction move. You have about a millisecond to react to these things here at the track. And one camera that I'm going to really harp on one of these future runs will be that static camera that I love here at Daytona to really give you guys an idea of just how chaotic it is and how little time you have. But now that we have a secondary caution, let me tell you why it is worth it to take those chances like we just saw, me and Gene. Because like I was going to say right when we went green, it looked like it was lap 39, not lap 29, as those guys were making massive moves. But the reason why here at Daytona, two things. One, that most often than not, just about everyone who's still running is on the lead lap, and there is no other track besides Talladega where you can go from first, second, third, fourth to 26th, or in this case, 30 plus in the span of 2-3 seconds. And that can happen just as easily in the last lap as it can right now. So you take those points when you get them. You can't, like other races, you can approach it being like, I'm not going to make any silly decisions for the stage right now because I'm going to be there for the win. That is asinine thinking at a super speedway. It is not in your control whether or not you're battling for the win when we see that checkered flag right in front of you, and it's not in your control whether or not you get there. So I would take those stage points if they were available to me, and I would fight for them like it was the win.
I love it. Hopefully, we'll see some more of that this coming Sunday when the Premier Cup will be at Daytona as well. So big things going on as Super Speedway week for both two of our Premier Cup series. You can see right there that action. Doubleheader tonight. Super fantastic to see Alex Hillman and Kyle Lynott starting off the SWC DDI ARCA series. Zach getting the dub tonight. Good way to start that, my friend. Good field, too. Saw like 25, 26 guys there tonight. So not too late. You got a 2,700 I rating and you want a piece of that ARCA car. You can come see what you got for those boys. We're seeing faster and faster fields jump in there. Still watching that 27 I rating cap, though. So
yeah, and really
still
trying
right
to
at that level.
Build towards that mid-level, that league designed to be a launching pad really for this league, even though we do see a lot of the guys doing double duty, that including Justin Parham, Matthew Fritz was in that race as well. I know I'm forgetting a few who were
Kevin Kyle.
Yep, Kevin Kyle was in both races. I know that all too well. Got walled by him. And then Kyle Lynott, who was in the field, was, like we said in the booth, did a wonderful job. Cannot thank him and Hilltop Bolt enough. They were so damn good in that booth there today, and I cannot wait to see those two-man booths that will be changing up. I think Michael Motto will be in there for a few days. I think we'll also have Buddy Soley in there for a few of the races, but I think the overall booth will mostly be Lynott and Hillman. Great league over there, like I said, or like me and Gene said, reach out to any of us if you'd love to be a part of it. You could be a part of both these leagues as long as you're within that I rating limit. I think the And one thing, if you don't love this type of racing, which I guess a few of our top guys here don't, you don't have to do it. No Super Speedway is over in the ARCA series. That is exclusive to the Monday Night Cup series here if you were looking for the plate racing.
Yeah, but you can run dirt. Bristol Dirt's on that bad boy.
Dirt, yep.
I saw that. That's going to be wild.
It's
Up front, Jonathan Quesabir looking for a dub. He's got Ryan Holla next to him, the winner of
30th.
Charlotte. Tony Iverson, Justin Parham, Austin Thompson, Eric Thornton, Mickelson, Kyle Connor, Fritz rounding out the top 10. Here we go. Green flag. Away we go. Inside lane. Quesabir trying to get a run, and he does not get away. It's the outside lane of Holler and Parham keeping up with him. Here comes Eric Thornton. He's on the throttle as well. Third car on the outside. 23 of Austin Thompson, third car on the inside. These lanes matching each other. We are 2 wide, 5 deep. 23 is off the pace. 93 is off the pace. Dalton Connor kind of hiccup there, and that's going to allow the rest of the field to catch up. Zach, these boys are still A to B.
Yeah, they are really, really going for it. 6 to 7 to go, I should say. 6
3
to
wide in the
line.
back. 3 wide in the back.
Oh,
look
man.
at him.
Split in the middle.
Sir.
Team Green Truck. Team Green Truck.
Yes, sir. That's the 928 at Trenton Johns.
I'm sorry,
it worked out great. He ain't done. He's like, hey, somebody push me. I'll do it again.
He literally isn't. That kind of worked. I want to do that again. I guarantee you he's going to go for it again and 1 and 2. Get that run built up. He needs more.
Look at Tom Lester. Tom said, I'll push you.
I like that idea. Let's try that again. Oh, man, don't be surprised if they shoot that gap. You've got to start working now if you want those stage points, and you know those guys know this window is open. Big opportunities here. Eric Thornton up front. Justin Parham leading the field right now. Parham has been so good, unsurprisingly, here at a Super Speedway.
Eric Gambrill, the last car kind of in this pack, 17th back, and then you can see a little bit of a gap to Novella, and then once again, those NMO boys, they're just kind of lurking, but they have picked up a lot of stragglers as these injured cars are trying to make it work. 31 cars on the lead lap. Zach Clausen still got that bad boy rolling in 31st place, not too far out of it. Outside lane, making it work up front, though, as Justin Parham. Let's go 3 wide. It's Holla. He ditches Stinson in the middle. Oh, hold on, buddy.
Oh, here we go, Mean Gene. And just as you said, I just realized Buddy Sully is in here. That sucks. But here we go as these guys are 3 wide. Tony Iverson looking for chaos. And one thing I was, that involuntary noise I made before that, Mean Gene, man, Parham and Thornton are not on the same page. They are not pushing each other well. They almost got together in the entrance of one. That would have been the whole field.
Here we go. Ryan Holland now third. He is fading backwards, but it looks like he's going to get a little bit of love from Lester, who lets him into the line. Bottom lane completely falling apart now as the outside lane appears to be the way to go. All the way back. Look at that. You can see that 928 of Trenton Johns falling all the way back into 9th. Finally gets picked up by the 23 of Thompson. Also getting a little bit of love there from the 51 of Mickelson now trying to get it going. But my Lord, they are all the way back 10th. They're 10 rows back. Now, finally, Ryan Holla going to drop down. That'll give the inside lane 5 cars once it closes. But again, 8 deep on the outside before you see that second row develop.
Yeah, it is decision time for these drivers. It's going to be 4 to go in the stage, including the stage lap, when we get to the line here, and these drivers have to decide, do I want to risk it on that bottom or do I want to stay married to the top until there's 1, 2 to go in the stage, then go for it. See guys like KK, Fritz, Redinger, I think they're married to the top. I don't think they're going to leave it until we have 1 or 2 to go, and they also have their grandstand teammates to push. I think they might just stay there. Guys like KK and Thornton, they're out of there once we get the 2 to go. But also, what's that inside line going to do? They're getting steam. They have the shorter way around the track. I think they're going to be up there.
Yep, look at that. They're already to the 4th row is that inside lane. Boy, Johnson at the 928 and Austin Thompson in that 23. Those 3 guys are about as close as you can get. I'd love to see the oil temperature on that 928 as he has just been buried there. And now they're up to the 2nd row, all the way to the front. As finally they are to the quarter panel. What a move, making up 8 rows there in just 1 short lap. Ooh, hold on, Kevin Kyle. It's getting tricky in there. And look at this. Look who's made their way into that inside lane. Eric Gambrell, 7th car inside lane. Let's go.
Sneaky, sneaky. Eric Gambrell here to cause even more
Sneaky
chaos. And you know, Case of Beer, even without Mata, is going to want to have something to do about this. And that's why you believe, Mean Gene. That's why you believe in the inside lane. It got there. It's losing it now. The outside lane going to have the exits of these corners. They're going to be where you want to be to win the stage. But to get track position, the inside, I think, going to have some fruition. Kevin Kyle, the 3rd car in the outside lane. That's who you should be watching. He is going to be the one who I think will be the most selfish in a good way you need to be as a super speedway driver at this point, and he doesn't care who works with him. He needs to get that track position, and he doesn't I don't think he cares what lane he's in. I think a lot of these other guys a little bit married to him because of who's around them, their teammates. But here we go, Mean Gene. 2 to go in the stage. These guys neck and neck on the top and bottom lane. Parham and Thornton, they're going to have to really work better together now than they have been before.
Yeah, the other thing about Kevin Kyle is he came in on lap 26, didn't take tires. So I think Kevin's on old tires out there. Makes you wonder just how much he can hold on. I think that car is going to get loose. Let's see what happens here as he goes into this turn.
Wow.
You know, he's buried up underneath there, bumping as best as he can. Does a better job, but I saw him get loose coming out of turn 2 just a lap ago. We're on lap number 39, of course, 40. No caution schedule, but that is when we will award points. End of this lap right here. We will be counting the numbers. Take off your shoes.
If we make it.
And there it is, Eric Thornton.
We called it. We knew he'd do that, and he wasn't able to bring Kevin Kyle with him, and I don't think he cares because he got the run. He timed it perfect. Does he stick with the bottom of the top? It's going to be up to Thornton here. Justin Parham really not where I think he wanted to be. That inside line might have been the place to be. No, it's not. Thornton gets turned.
Oh, Thornton goes for a ride.
We're going to stay green.
And Ryan Holla, he got him good, but it looks like we're going to keep on going.
Parham's a genius, I guess.
Parham up front. Oh my word! There's gonna be some yelling right there.
Mean Gene. That's just how Parham drew it up. Stage winner: Parham, Kyle, Fritz, Johns, Redinger, Thompson, Stinson, Holla, Mickelson, Gambrell. Gambrell did it.
Eric got up there. My word. Well, I'm gonna do a little rewinding while you keep track of the race, and I'll try to figure out what happened.
I apologize for any screams you hear between that time, Mean Gene, because these guys still going hard. I don't think anyone told them the stage is over yet, and I don't think one thing that I think we were kind of alluding to. I don't think it's going to impact pitting, Mean Gene. You're going to want to pit with other drivers, right? If you're going to run it dry if you have to. This is not a fuel strategy race in terms of trying to be cute with it as Kevin Kyle shoots the bottom. Kevin Kyle going to look for the lead here, being pushed by who else but Tony Iverson. Kevin Kyle, all of the people that he's made such close friends with, Applegate, Iverson included, he's had to work with in this race. What you got
all right,
for us, Mean Gene?
Yeah, you want to kick it over. I'll do my best to take a peek there. So that's the 7 of Ryan Holla. He's pushing Eric Thornton. You can see he's pretty close there. And then this is where I think that kind of goes astray.
Yeah, well, yeah. Why did Thornton do that?
Yeah, Thornton kind of faded. I don't know. It looks like Thornton holds his line. It looks like the 7 cuts down.
Oh, the 7 cuts down. Look at the black line on the outside, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so he cuts down thinking, I'm going to make that move. He wants to send Thornton 3 wide in the middle. But instead, Thornton gets caught up, comes around. Holler does hold on that inside lane there.
This probably won't be a popular opinion, Mean Gene, but I'm going to put that one on Thornton. Why are you leaving the bottom open on the white flag for the stage? Cover.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what do you, like, if you, like, you're a race car driver, 1 to go in the stage, 1 to go in the race, whatever it is, you see a checkered flag next up for you, and someone opens up the lane for the lead, what are you going to do?
I always hold the apron. I'm that guy. I'm a Fish Speed Brakes driver, bro.
No, I'm saying you're in second place, though. I'm filling that gap.
Oh, I don't know. I don't ride around in second very often.
Yeah, I mean, you've never been in second. I think your average running position is like
no,
0.9.
No, I didn't get a pole a couple times that last season.
Oh. I mean, you and Kevin Kyle, 2 pole men.
That was that time I was occupied with some bunnies.
Yeah,
because I love Easter.
Easter's a great time.
Yeah, it is. So
very popular holiday.
You know, the lizards will also get you.
They will.
Up front, look at the race as we are seeing it develop now. Yeah, they are. So Eric Thornton has been taken to the infield care center. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a big hit.
As Eric's day is over. Now up front, Wyatt, Kevin Kyle with that lead. He's got Tony Iverson, Trenton Johns, Austin Thompson. We're single file. Ryan Holler back to Jonathan Quesabir. And then that outside lane led by Wyatt Mickelson, trying to get a little bit of a push from Justin Parham, Matthew Fritz, Kenneth Redinger. So you do see the three grandstand guys as the second, third, and fourth car on the outside lane, and they are starting to make up a little bit of time. My question is, does the 7 of Holla jump in front of Mickelson? We've seen how fast the outside lane can go, but it looks like instead Holla is content to be the 5th car on the inside lane. We'll just see what kind of communication goes on between the 7 and the 51 as that outside lane starts to try to get it together. Up front, again, Kevin Kyle having a great time. You can see a lot of shuffling there in the middle as these guys are still trying to figure it out. Ooh, green and white car making a move, and there we go. There is a jump, but it's Trenton Johns who is going to be the car jumping off the apron. He'll now lead the outside 4 rows back, gets picked up, hard hit by Mickelson. That makes Parham Fritz kind of skip a beat. Outside lane is going to have to recover now as they are trying to get back into this battle. Kevin Kyle loving what he's seeing. It's 4 cars on the inside lane until you finally get to Trenton Johns, who leads that outside lane. Once again, though, the 7 of Holla is in a position to jump up if he chooses to do so. Here comes that 928. Not going to do it. I keep thinking Holla's going to go on the outside, but he looks content right now to ride in that 4th place position. We're on lap number 47 out of a scheduled 80. So plenty of action, plenty of opportunities to go here on this 2.5-mile track as we are still battling 29 drivers on the lead lap. We do have a little battle going on. Jack Sanders would be the first car a lap down. If a caution came out, the Colonel could get back onto the lead lap. But right now, we are just blasting. Kevin Kyle about to pass the 17 there, the 17 of Brian Cowart. He's already 3 laps down. That's not going to help his cause, but it will make it interesting for the 3-wide situation, as that inside lane is going to have a problem. 3 wide momentarily back there as they do get around the 17. Looks like no problems as they are making it work. Inside lane only has 3 cars. Outside lane is got it going on right now as Kevin Kyle, Tony Iverson, Austin Thompson, Jonathan Quesabir. Holla now leads that bottom lane, getting the push from the 928 of Trenton Johns. And then Wyatt Mickelson made that
Iverson
jump down to the apron. Iverson says, if I go down on the apron, I bet I could lead a lap.
I bet he could. I think he will lead
We'll
this one.
see.
This may be his first of the season, Mean Gene.
It could be the Iverson, the Undertaker.
He did it. He led a lap. Anything is possible, as my car says.
He led a lap. You know what? You got me wondering. I got to go look.
Oh, man, I hope I was wrong, but I think I wasn't. But Iverson here, I mean, I think if you had told Tony Iverson, Mean Gene, about a year or 2 ago that you're going to lead your first laps at Daytona, he would laugh at us. Would he not? Tony Iverson, one of those elite drivers that doesn't prefer this style of racing, but doing a great job here today, understanding how valuable of a points opportunity today is. And I think far more scary than that is someone who is as talented as Kevin Kyle is, who enjoys this style of racing. As here we go, first lap car we've got to worry about. This is Michael Mata. He's going to hug the bottom here. Not what these drivers would prefer, but he is at least being very predictable.
Well, they got their way around Brian Cowart pretty easily, who did the same thing, just kind of hugged the bottom. We did go 3 wide temporarily.
Gives you a chance to catch the
But
draft.
what it did was it broke up that inside lane.
Mm-hmm.
This time, though, it looks like everybody kind of stays together. Tony Iverson was the big beneficiary last time of that happening. And you can see,
Kevin Kyle.
Wow, Kevin Kyle dipped it down in front of the 17
For no
right
reason.
there. No, it's for a reason. It's for a good time. Don't need nothing but a good time.
Yeah,
How can he resist?
Got wood. Kevin does, as he makes a massive move there to the inside. KK, and this is a guy who sometimes me and Gene, I mean, one thing that it feels like you oftentimes need, I think in a car, right, to win these races as a team, but I think that's a little bit overrated, if I'm being entirely honest. There's a freeing sense to being KK in a situation, not having to think about teammates, only being worried about yourself. And if you're as good as he is, then you can make it work. And you don't have to be, at times, if we're being honest, burdened to your teammates if something doesn't go their way, right?
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how that dynamic works. If something starts to go wrong for one of your teammates, how does that affect you?
Right.
And can you bounce back, especially if they're in Discord with you?
Like, I think in the inverse of that, you could look at someone like Joe Volpis. Like, who knows how important stage points were to somebody like Volpis? My assumption is kind of important, but maybe he wasn't comfortable racing with that main field without his team there with him. He's never done it, and what I think isn't a coincidence about that is nor has any of Volpis' team, really. So either they have not been able to figure it out and how to make any meaningful gains throughout this field, or they haven't wanted to, and Volpis hasn't had the confidence to do it without them. So again, it's not the worst thing to be a KK in this race.
No, I'm going to quote you right there saying that Joe Volpis can't figure it out. That's not.
I said his team. Actually, you know what? Tell him I said that.
No, I got him. You know, Volpis, that's, I mean, it's not as good as his best quote, though.
We're pitting. This always goes well. No one ever spins doing this. Case of beer.
Oh, here comes the 17.
Oh,
And he finished him off anyway.
Let me get it. Don't worry. Hold on. There it is.
I mean, the 17 came in hot, made contact with Trenton Johns. Then he rubbed him the second time, and then he finally got in front of him. Like, that was a man on a mission.
A little excessive, if we're being honest. As case of beer.
Is it?
I mean, the rubbing. Well, we already got it. You banged him. You didn't have to rub him. But then case of beer got so lucky. Look how far back in his box he is. How did his pit crew know what to do? Unless he doesn't know? Does he not know, Mean Gene? Because everyone's going and he's not. Did Case of Beer just park his race car?
Maybe he sped.
He did. You're 1,000% right. He sped. That's why it's kind of doing that twitching thing there. Oh, what an unfortunate circumstance for John the Case of Beer. That will likely put him, since we're in green flag conditions, probably a lap down, especially through this cycle. He should be able to recover, but brutal for someone who looked like to be a contender to win this race. First, he loses his running mate and Mata, and then he loses his track position. So far, we got Parham, Fritz still out.
Kick it over to me. I want to show you how you do not want your pit to go.
Oh, yeah, let's check that out.
Here we go. So this is Trenton Johns. He's third in this group coming in. He's like, okay, everything looks good. I didn't go too fast. No one's being crazy.
Nailed it.
We got this. Ah, okay. Oh, hey guys, God, that guy almost killed me. But you know what? Thank God he's gone. I don't have to worry about him no more.
Everything's okay. Oh.
Okay. Are we? Okay.
The amount of emotions he probably went through in that short 5-second period.
And there is a little bit of damage. Look at that right front, dude.
Let's see it. Hold on. There's some fish. Yeah, there is. It was not a good hit in terms of where you want to hit, right? Very particular. Oh, look at this, Mean Gene. You see Parham, Fritz, all of Grandstand working their way to the bottom of the racetrack very intentionally. That only tells us one thing, right?
It's gonna go down. All right, so Brian Coward has been taken to the infield care center.
Is it pitting time?
Jonathan Casebeer as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
off to the infield care center.
He parked it. I think he got that speeding penalty. He did the double middle finger Kyle Busch style. They did not appreciate that Kyle Busch tribute. They may have parked him. I'm making that whole thing up.
Yeah, it sounds good, though. All right, Justin Parham still leads this group. 19 drivers have yet to come down.
They're working so well together.
The latest pit. Yeah, why not? Parham, Fritz, Redinger, grandstand up front. Jay Stinson, fourth car, also grandstand. So top four, all on the same team. Behind them, Dalton Connor, Austin Thompson, Grant Applegate, Tony Iverson. Good to see Applegate still running. He was part of that three-wide whoopsie daisy. Iverson going to get a shot from...
He's got those faster pairs. We know that.
Yeah, he got a shot there from the 46 of Gambrel. Gambrel now Don't you block Trenton Johns. That guy ain't happy.
And here's one thing that's interesting about super speedway racing for those who may not know. I think if you've watched these broadcasts before with me and Mean Gene, one thing you hear us harp on a lot when you see drivers stay out past other leaders, other race-winning, contending drivers, we're talking about the undercut, right? We're talking about how much you're bleeding time. It's quite the opposite here at Daytona. It's really just about staying within that draft, which is why you're seeing Parham, Fritz, Redinger, Stinson, a team right there who are very much in the window. I mean, Gene, they could make it at the end of the race once they pit there, and they're guaranteed only going to take fuel. That's what everyone's going to take. Tires are done. We're not taking those things anymore. But these guys not intrigued to pit right now, not compelled to pit, and it's all because of this amazing single file line they have going, the speed they're carrying. They are gaining time on those who have pit. And another thing that, like we were just talking about just now, those guys who have pit, what gives you that advantage at every other track besides here in Dega is tires. But here, they're not important enough to risk that time in the pits, so there is no tire advantage. So we have no idea, really, when this grandstand group or anyone behind them is going to be compelled to pit. It will likely be when they run it dry.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, who's really happy about that has to be Trenton Johns. He had that incident down in the pits, but he ran with this grandstand group, and that allowed him to catch up to Calvin Smith, Cole Lewis, Careless Thiel, all the guys that left him behind on that pit sequence. Suddenly, he's back with his group, so that worked out great. Now, who it didn't work out for, Dakota Bly just came in on 55 and 47 seconds in the pit. You know what that means.
Yeah, that means the wee-woo police got you. You were
the wee-woos.
speeding. You can't do that, buddy.
3 wide with Gambrel. Don't do it, buddy. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, why? As this is, we saw this happen with Toyota's IRL and NASCAR, when they were trying to control a race similar to this. It is so important to be disciplined here, but you got to be fast. You got to be aggressive. You need to actually kind of push harder than you normally would in the field. And there's an art to it. And here we go. It's time to pit.
Right, well, this is going to be interesting, too, because you've got all those lapped cars that have already pit in that group with them. Don't go spinning. Don't go breaking my heart.
Was that Matt Novella? No, that was... I think it was Lucas Alves. Oh, they got lucky. Oh, we got more wrecks in the pits. I think
Holy
that may have been
Christ.
Applegate. And it's going to happen fast because, like we talked about...
No, that's Mandela.
That was
that's
Mandela.
Ricky Mandela bound.
I apologize. That was Mandela. Parham in the pits. Oh, Parham is in there for far longer than he should be. There he goes. That was a 9-second pit stop from Parham. Why are these guys taking tires? They're going to... Yeah, predictably, they have lost all their track position to the group that has already pit, from what I can tell. They're going to cycle around here. Here comes Austin Thompson and Grant Applegate. They still need to pit. No, so I'm wrong up to this point. Let's see. Oh, that's Applegate. I called it before it happened, I guess.
Wow, you're psychic.
I guess so, Mean Gene. I needed a crystal ball for that one, but Applegate spins it. Luckily, doesn't hit anybody. There's a wreck out of 3 there with the 7. That's going to collect another car. I believe that was coming out of the pits, which is another thing that looks easier than it is. I cannot believe we are still green.
All right, hook it over to me. I'll show you Ricky Mandela coming into the pit. This is when we go 4 wide right here. Look at this. Mandela comes in hot. You can see the 15 of Alves to his left. That's the 98 on the outside. We're 4 wide right here. And bam, here comes the 93.
I didn't see him until I think they did.
Hits Novella. The 988 of Lynott goes sideways. Here comes the 15 of Alves. And then look, it's like, okay, Mandela, you made it. You're fine. Nothing could go wrong.
The
he's like, wait.
never does anything. Oh, is he the one who spawned? Please don't tell me he's the one who spawned.
And he's back.
He's going to do it again.
He's back. No, he's fine.
Oh, he's back. Look at him. He's just doing. Oh, he did it.
Missed his pit. And now he's back for his reward.
Still need that fuel, don't you?
Yeah. And that 40-second lecture.
Yeah. Oh, and that from your crew chief. What the f***
All
are you
right.
doing?
Meanwhile,
it worked. That was wrong, Eugene. It worked.
Look at this. Dalton Connor and Ricky Mandela Sr. both off to the infield care center.
This thing, 36 drivers to start. Looks like we're down to, oh boy, 28.
Yep.
And Mean Gene, you, I think we're gonna start charging for it. We shouldn't just be giving all this future information away for free, because this has happened in years past, you and I, and it's happening again. This is the 3rd time in this race. What did you say right when we went at pre-race? Look out for which team?
Oh, grandstand. They're doing it. Those guys just have a reputation. We saw Kenneth Redinger win here last year with the help of his teammates. All of a sudden, you got Parham, you got Stinson, Matthew Fritz shows up as a part-time driver, and here it is. Look at this lead group. But this is far from over. You got the 23 of Austin Thompson. We just saw him get second place a couple of weeks ago. Eric Gambrell is in this field, as well as Tony Iverson. So top three grandstand, happy fat cats, but behind them,
ready to pounce.
hungry hippos.
And then let's go to the group behind them, Mean Gene. Not a big enough group to catch them, but if it combines with that group behind them and they're able to be, I guess, a little bit restrained but aggressive. I guess just disciplined. The word's disciplined. Single file and fast. This isn't over. 18 laps to go with a group that size compared to a group in front of them. That will be, if it's absolutely being executed perfectly, about a half a second to 7/10 faster a lap. And we're looking at about a 6-second differential right now. So if they can combine with about 12, 13, 14 to go, this thing ain't over yet.
No, here comes that 5-car team, though, pretty quick. Dakota Bly is the second car in that second group. Now, he sped in the pit, so there's nothing wrong with the body. The aero of that car is absolutely fine. But you're right. With that second group coming on very, very quickly, once they hook up, the question is, do they hook up with them or do they blast by them? Yeah, because if they go side by side, that changes everything. And it'll be up to Kevin. Well, actually, it won't be up to Kevin Kyle. It'll be up to Cody Dorsey. To make that call. Cody Dorsey leading that group.
KK as well in terms of how he wants to push him, how hard he wants to push him. If he backs off when they get to that group, that's kind of KK telling him, yo, I don't want to go side by side with them. Get linked up. Let's get there. But another thing that we haven't really discussed, but it's kind of the elephant in the room here, Mean Gene, is another thing that would fix everything that I think these guys, especially in this third group that we're looking at right here, might be thinking about a caution.
Yeah, you don't want to get all caught up in that again.
No, but you're thinking, I might give these guys some irresponsible pushes, because I would not be opposed to a caution right now.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
I would never do such a thing. Prudent. I would never do such a thing ever in my life.
You know who doesn't want them to catch up? That's got to be Zach Clausen. He is the 8th car in that lead group, 7th car in that lead group, and he would be your lucky dog. He does not want to see Dakota Bly, second car in that second group, catch up. If there's a caution, that would really benefit Farmer. You know, Farmer did get third here last season, so that's a guy looking to make the super speedway splash. We're on lap number 66, 15 laps to go here at Daytona. We should have enough fuel to make it to the end. So all it is now is a race to see when these groups merge. And speaking of merging, there it is, Zach. You called it. That third group caught that second group.
Here we go.
Kevin Kyle deciding. Kevin Kyle. Now look at Kyle peeking outside immediately.
Time to go.
Gonna leave Cody Dorsey behind. Wyatt Mickelson and Ryan Holla, those are teammates right behind Kevin Kyle, giving the push. Trenton Johns, he's in there, as well as the 3 of Calvin Smith.
And this is smart. The outside lane is going to put down those lap times. KK wants the inside now.
What timing?
Oh, man, yeah, it's been on point all race, has it not, with that number 1 car? Or 31, I should say. And one thing that you know that these drivers are also thinking about, Mean Gene, because I'm sure a lot of these guys, after everything we talked about, thinking, then why is he doing that? Why is he going side by side? Doesn't that cost him time? But what if that caution does happen? That track position is so important. So if you have that opportunity to pass 5 cars at once, you take it. And that's what KK is thinking about right now. He doesn't want to be in 13th. If we get that restart, he wants to be in 10th, 9th, single digits. And real quick, Mean Gene, since we have the opportunity, I'm going to go to that camera. I want to give you viewers at home an opportunity to really get, for those who don't know, how fast this is. And what this is going to be our static TV camera, which doesn't move, static the word. Watch this. And we'll watch this into 1 here. I really always feel like, Mean Gene, this camera helps demonstrate
just doing
how
190.
little time. Yeah, just 190 in bumper to bumper traffic. and about right there. That's about how long you have to decide if you want to go 2 wide, 3 wide, make a block, not make a block, do some math real quick. All those things have to happen in about that amount of time.
Unbelievable. Last lap, lead group 47-33, 47-40. Second group 47-20.
Yeah,
so they are a little bit faster, but of course the problem is the 7-second gap.
12 to go. Time running out for these guys. They are getting very close to needing a caution, and I'm sure a lot of you guys wondering, why aren't you looking at the leaders? And the reason why is me and Gene know the exact same thing. I'll tell you exactly what's happening without even looking. Single file. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They are absolutely content. Let's stay single file until the last 2 laps.
Yep. They're not doing anything.
We got a 5-second. We'll still have a 5-second lead, and then we can get done with it. So that's, it's breaking. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm Clausen. I do something crazy.
Might as well, honestly, mix it up.
Like I drive to the front of this.
Yeah, get some energy going in this pack. Get him a little chaotic. Give Tony Iverson someone to follow. That could be enough to really mix things up here. Because, yeah, like you just said, these guys are very content. 2, 3 to go. And they're thinking the same thing the pack behind him is. Just like how that pack behind him is trying to put down fast lap times, so are they. They don't want to mix it up with those guys.
No. So that lead group, I think they're content to wait till the last 2 laps.
Here comes that caution.
And it's flying.
Are we going to stay green here?
I think we are. Holy smokes.
Big hits. Man, our cameramen just really earning their money, you morons, as these guys hitting big into the outside wall there. And the only thing now is how damaged are these race cars. But that, oh man, Mean Gene, that will likely kill that numbers game.
Yeah, that is going to really bust them up. I can show you what happened there if you want to kick it over to me.
Since the geniuses that I hired were filming the stands.
Yeah, that's the 30 right there. You can see Alves come in. Then the apron is just struck. Once those 2 cars in front of him hit the apron, who is that? Wolf. And is that the 55 there?
I believe so.
And then Cody Dorsey gets loose. You kick it back here to the 30, and he is just in trouble.
Man, we were close to a caution. If you look behind that, that is how close we were to a caution. That is on the wow. We were about what, Gene, like 5 degrees of yaw away from a caution.
And that's how you end your race. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, you got to have that engine speed, and just as much as you need to have that engine power, you need the draft. It doesn't matter if you have
that was careless Steele. Careless Steele was the unfortunate wall hitter there in that 30.
I'm glad he got some TV time though, because that's probably my favorite name we've had in the history of this league.
Yeah, that's a good wrestler.
It literally sounds like a wrestler that'd be afraid of right off the bat.
So you've still got
8 to go.
6 drivers in that lead group on the lead lap. Then you got Farmer, who I mean, Farmer, you're going to finish 25th, bro.
That's Mata behind him. If Farmer went, Mata would go. He's just as crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Farmer needs to do something where you're going to finish 25th.
Yeah. And he needs to do it before the 3 to go.
And Mata is 2 laps down. So he needs some activity. Then you go back to the group with Tom Lester. And those guys, they've cut it down from 7 to about 5.7 seconds. But with only 8 laps to go, let's see. They knocked off 2 seconds.
You're going to cross it here.
In 4 laps.
2 tenths again there. I mean, better, but not enough.
No. I really don't think it's going to happen. So, but that group right now, that second group seems to be content. It's from Lester. Back,
here we go.
To
getting some action up here. Oh, the 23 of Thompson. He went outside Iverson. Iverson defends it. That, you know what I think that probably was, Mean Gene? I think that was Thompson telling Iverson, yo, let's go. Let's do something. Or I will. Because you know it's going to have to start with Tony.
Yeah, because the grandstand is going to be content to do this.
Yeah, until the checkered flag. They're not moving.
No, I wouldn't either. I would absolutely do this.
No.
Lap 75 about to come to completion. We will have just 5 laps remaining once they cross that start-finish line as we are watching grandstand racing. Parham, Redinger, Fritz leading the group. Tony Iverson, rookie Austin Thompson, Eric Gambrell right behind them. Lap drivers of Zach Clausen and Michael Mata behind them.
Oh, Austin's
and that
begging,
leads
Tony.
staying about the same. They're maybe 0.3, 0.4, but again, not going to be enough time. Something has to happen here. Here we go. Austin
Look
once
at Austin,
again
Mean
closing
Gene.
the gap.
He is pleading with Tony Iverson. Watch what he does in the exit here. He's trying to catch Tony, get his bumper, and he's just trying to drive him to the outside lane. He's like, "We're freaking going, dude. I don't care what you
Here it is.
what you
Here
say."
he goes.
See, he almost had it in 3 and 4 in the last lap. He was up to, Fritz telling them, "I see what you're doing. I'm gonna cover that if you do that." And that's why you don't want to wait. I like where Thompson's head's at right now. He's in winning time mode. Let's see what Thompson's doing. You look at how he's creating that gap. Here it goes, Mean Gene. He's gonna try. He's telling Iverson, "Let's go, please," and it just isn't happening. You saw that there, right? You saw that nonverbal communication.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, second group, nothing going on back there with those drivers. 8 drivers. Kevin Kyle poking around the outside periodically. Maybe use a little side draft as he might recognize we're not catching him. This was a battle for position now, so
Yeah,
I might as
exactly.
well try. Yeah, I might as well try something. Now, interesting back here, Gambrell falling off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eric does have 1 lap less fuel than Austin Thompson, but Eric seeming to be content unless he's setting up for a big
he's setting
run.
up a
Here we
run.
go.
He's setting up a run. That was insane.
That was a big old run, but he's going to die out because the 23.
He was trying
Come on,
that
Farmer,
out.
get in there.
That was
look
a
at,
test
Look at the
run.
23.
I think
Look at
just
the
like
23's that go.
Yeah, and I think Austin saw that. He was like, "Oh, okay. Why didn't you tell me?" They're gonna. I think that was just what Austin was doing to Tony, saying, "Hey, man, I'll do this if you're down, and that's how I'll do it. I'll get this massive run. You come to the outside. I'll bump you, and we will go." They are begging to go right now. They are begging for it, and we're running out of time. And we've
Here we
talked
go.
about this. Here
Here's
we go.
Gambrell again.
And there goes Clausen, and they waited too long. Thompson did, I should say. Tony, I cannot begin to understand why he's doing this. I think Eric's gonna have a shot at this. All he needs is 1.
Yeah, if he can side draft. Austin was begging on the radio for Iverson to do something. I think he was looking to team up with Tony.
There goes
And
Tony.
now here we go. The 23. Is there space?
This was poorly executed, Mean Gene. This was poorly executed. You
Lap
have to know you're
79.
racing. Gonna be close here. You see Austin Thompson. Now he's just gonna try to really mix it up with Grandstand. I think what he wants now, let's get Fritz out of that inside lane. This is why you go with 5 to go, with 6 to go. This takes time. Iverson now being impatient, but it's not lined up. This is gonna get chaotic.
Yep. Grant, right there, you can see the Gambrell trying to push Iverson, nowhere to go. The 23 of Austin Thompson, he
About the
does
official.
get past him.
And it's going to be the white flag, and then that means no more cautions, and we're going to get there. This is essentially official, Mean Gene. Justin Parham take the white flag with 2 teammates behind him, and then 3 guys that are hungry and unrelated going to try to take the checkered flag away from Team Grandstand, and here we go.
No, look at that. They're just banging. Nobody's doing anything here. Okay, the 48 gets pushed up. Here comes Gambrell. He's burning.
Look at the run for the 23. If he can keep it together out of the exit here, that may have been enough, but if he can get that draft, this is going to be a massive run. This is going to be a race-winning run for the 23 if he takes it right.
Oh, he's giving it a hard push right there. Now here we go. He's got the speed. He's right onto the back. Gambrell doesn't hesitate. He looks up high. Inside lane, Parham, Redinger, Austin. Oh, and Iverson just cleans the clock of Eric Gambrell, sending him spinning. Oh, there was a tombstone.
And Parham gets the checkered flag. Kenneth Redinger staying loyal until the bitter end. Maybe Thompson, Mean Gene, a rookie. I don't think he knew. I thought maybe he thought they'd be racing for the win in front of him. I cannot begin to understand why he went to the bottom, going to 3 and 4. That sealed his fate, but that does not take anything away from Parham and really all of Grandstand Racing. What a dub for the team.
Fireworks on the track for your winner today, Justin Parham. Teammate Kenneth Redinger coming in second, right behind him. Grandstand 1 and 2. Austin Thompson with his second podium of the year, gonna finish third. Tony Iverson 4. Matthew Fritz holds on for the ride to come home in fifth. And Eric Gambrell, I mean, that man got his clock cleaned.
Where'd he
He's going to
finish?
need a visit to the hospital.
Where do you end up finishing?
14th.
What did I say when I said why you race for stage points, Mean Gene? That's why right
Hey,
there.
I'll tell you
right?
what, man. Gimme. I want to show you Eric's race.
Off to the Mean Gene cam.
Yeah, bud, you want to see this brutality. All right. So here's Gambrell. He's thinking about going outside. Here goes Tony Iverson, says, hey, man.
I was there.
I mean, look at that.
What the hell?
I mean, he just cleaned his freaking clock, bro.
Wait, like, go back on Tony. Why was he so off?
That is crazy.
Why is he going up the track like that?
To tombstone him, baby.
Honestly, dude, that sucked, if I'm being honest. That wasn't a great move from Iverson, but it's going to get him a fourth
Oh,
place
yes,
finish.
it was. Look where he finished. That was a great move.
I think I still have the, oh, I do, Mean Gene. Here we go. This is what I'm going to throw out for that. Are you ready? Wait, hold on. I have to get your camera down real quick. Okay, that's what this was. Yeah, I still have that. It's my back pocket.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. He handed that bad boy out.
He did. Tombstones for everybody. Rest in
Oh, my.
14th.
Rest in 14th, exactly. My word, as that just happened. So let's go through this. So Iverson does come home in fourth. Matthew Fritz 5, Matt Novella 6, Trenton Johns 7, Wyatt Mickelson 8, Kevin Kyle 9, Joe Volpus in 10.
Oh, such a quiet
Wow.
day from Volpus. Such a pedestrian day. Like, we
But he
did
wasn't
not-
part of all of that, so yeah.
True, the car probably. I mean, he might get that 0x bonus point, so I guess you could say it's an 8th for him.
Yeah, Ryan Holla going to come home in 11th. Eric Gambrell 12th,
Oh.
rest in 12th.
Doesn't sound as
Tom
cool.
Lester 13th now. Michael Wolf comes home 14th, and Grant Applegate going to round out the
Jeez.
top 15.
Talk about pedestrian. Who? That's crazy, man. And that's what's fun about Super
Yeah.
Speedway racing, though. Lucas Alton come home 16th place. Cole Lewis 17th. Calvin Smith 18th. We saw him up front early in the race. That is the nature of the beast. 19th, Steve Lilly. He was back with that Gulf Coast Racing Group. That's how that worked out for him. Cody Dorsey 20th. Richard Swingle 21. Stinson 22. Lynott. We saw him with some pit road issues getting spun out. Karis Steele, the WWE. Actually, NXT. He'll be debuting soon. 24th. Zach Clausen 25th. Not Mark Safe from Farmer. Dakota 26th. Jack Sanders, the Colonel 27th. Michael Mata 28th, 3 laps down, even though he was in the frame as we came across the finish line. Ricky Mandela Sr. 29th. Connor 30th. And then rounding out the used car junk lot, we should say.
Cover for me. I'm going to go eavesdrop. Cover for me.
Do it. Quesabeer, Coward, Thornton, Mills, and Bolander, Beverly. 75 laps down, only getting 5 laps into this race. What a crazy one. And I think one thing that you really can't discount when you think about the theme of this race, and I'm going to try to get you guys a great shot of it to demonstrate what I'm talking about, but what it is teamwork. And that really comes down to...
that was boring.
Oh, they weren't even mad at each other?
No, they're talking it out.
Oh, that sucks.
That's
Stupid.
what I'm saying. Freaking
Loser.
thing sucks.
Don't they know that we have seats to fill, butts to put in
Yeah,
seats? Come
we
on.
have butts to put in seats, man.
All those expressions. But one thing I was talking about, Mean Gene here, and if you look at, excuse me, the live shot here, is teamwork. We talked about how important teamwork would be, and keep your eye on the 42 here. How do you lose a race when you have a teammate that selfless and that good?
Yeah. Yeah, Redinger. And look at that. Redinger blocked Austin all the way down. Thompson give the push to Redinger out of the way.
Grandstand was
But
going
by
to win that
then,
race.
Yeah, it was too much. What a great move. And then Austin with that last shot, but no help. Can't get to the side draft. Redinger just did a great job blocking there
Perfect.
to make sure that the 19 comes home.
If he's not winning,
No
he's making
Austin.
sure his teammates do.
Yeah, no Austin Cindric on that team. That's Blaney and Logano taking turns right there.
You made it until post race. I'm proud of you. You've grown.
Nah, I can't do it, man. What a great day of racing. Surprises, but not from our predictions as we got those. So let's go find one of our winners here. Let's go see if we can hunt down Mr. Parham, him up. And bada bing, bada boom. Justin Parham, Mean Gene, Zach Panzarella. Get your ears on.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh man.
Oh,
Who's in
yeah.
victory lane?
What was that?
Who's in victory lane?
Oh, Mr. Dude Wipes right there.
I'll tell you, man, what an exciting race, dude. Y'all got Matthew Fritz to come back, grandstand in full effect. And boy, you guys looked fierce out there tonight. Tell me, how fun is it to race with your teammates like that?
These super speedway races are always fun when you can really work with your team. I mean, you can do a little bit at these other tracks, with the team, but you don't get to work together as good as you do here, and it's always fun working with those guys. There for a long time, I was up front on my own as they was trying to get situated and all, and I was able to stay up there. But once they got up there and we all got hooked up together, it was just pretty much over from there.
Also, great job on pits. We saw a lot of incidents down there in pit road. Now, you guys did have that extended run compared to the other guys. I mean, just how well was that single file working for you guys before you made that decision to come down for the final green flag pit stop?
Well, when all those guys pitted way before us, we just got bumper to bumper and ran as hard as we could. Where I was up front leading most of the time, I had less fuel, so we ran it till I was out of fuel. When I was about to run out, when we came down, and then like you said, we all just nailed our pit stops, and was still able to come out with the lead, and pretty good lead over most of the field. I think there was 3 other cars there with us that was on the lead lap, but the rest of the field was way back, and I think that had to do with them pitting earlier. Maybe they had to take more fuel or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, y'all, it was as big as about 7 or 8 seconds. That group did cut it down to about 5, but it just wasn't enough. They got impatient before y'all did, and grandstand just holding court. Now, speaking of holding court, last year Kenneth Redinger takes the win. This year, talk to me about Kenneth as a teammate and what he did for you tonight. Austin Thompson wanted a piece of that number 19, buddy.
Me and Kenneth, we work real good at these super speedways together.
He blocked the heck out of that guy for you. I mean, that was something.
Yeah, but it all comes down to whoever's leading. If I'm leading, he pushes me. If he's leading, I push him. And, we're fine with either one of us winning for those super speedway races. And, we'll throw a block or whatever we have to do to make sure one of us gets it.
Yeah, it was some amazing driving. I know you're going to enjoy going back and watching that replay and seeing exactly how Kenneth ended up working that. And then he still came back and still beat Austin all after those 2 guys almost went down below the apron, and yet you still see the speed of Kenneth there as he had a great run as well. Justin, fantastic race. No win and you're in. This is all about points, but definitely going to help your battle up the points chase chart. Anybody you want to give a shout out to here today before we let you go celebrate?
The league. Just John and them for putting this on, letting us get out here and run it. And it's always fun to get out here on Monday nights. And, of course, y'all for doing the broadcast. Y'all pretty damn good at the broadcasting. I'd say probably 2 of the best around. Always fun to go back and watch and see how everything shook out.
Well, I appreciate it, my friend, and I appreciate the show that you put on for us tonight. Go celebrate with your teammates, my friend. You have earned it.
Hell yeah, Justin.
Yes,
congrats, man.
Thank you.
Now, the sad part is he can't celebrate too much because we're about to pull his other teammate right up.
Get him in here.
You got him.
Redinger, we got you, my friend?
Yeah, I got you.
So I guess our first question, how much was the Venmo request that you sent to Parham for that win? That was
I won't
some of the most
release that number.
selfless driving I've ever seen. That was so selfless, Redinger.
Yeah.
It was just
My
it's easy.
teammates have been so good to me. I got to return the favor. Especially during that All-Star race on Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah. No, we all have this unspoken agreement. It's like it's how it's running is how we're going to try to finish it at the end. We're not going to try to, we're selfish with it. So we're not going to go try and making a move and screwing the team out of the chance of the win anyway.
Right, and that actually was my next question for you, because I don't want to take anything away from Parham. He was up front all race, got linked up with you guys. That is extremely difficult to just stay up front for long enough to wait for your teammates to get there. I mean, pretty much no one else was able to do it, or they lost their teammates along the way. But what is going through your head through those last 3 laps? In the past, has Grandstand had different agendas in this? Let's just imagine the same circumstances happening. Would it be, because I can tell you right now, for DDI, if we were in that circumstance, I think for worse, I was going to say for better or worse, but I think for worse, we'd race it out. But what you guys just proved is why you don't, because you made sure, no matter what, a Grandstand racing car was going to cross the checkered flag first. Is that something that's changed over time, or has it just been a matter of you guys racking up those wins and seeing, I guess, a process working over time?
No, it seems to be like, I don't know, we've noticed that if we kind of work with each other and stay in line and even stay in that same order to the checkers, we're getting more wins like that, and we're getting to the end. I think if it would have been different if it was just if it was just our team and we broke away, we would try to race it out at that point, I would imagine. But with I think we were counting 6 lead lap cars there or something.
Nailed it.
You're doing the math, and we were saying, well, there's 3 of us. They better be working well well and we seen it was Gambrel and Iverson, and I don't think those 2 would work really well together. So I even called it out. It's like there's probably 2 more greedy guys back there. I don't think they're gonna work well with each other. I was like, so let's stay in line, and they ain't gonna beat us on the outside. There's not enough cars. So.
Well, Ken, you did your homework, because you were spot on. That's exactly what happened behind you. When you look back at the broadcast, the whole time I'm going, why are they doing this? Don't they want to pass those guys? It was almost like they didn't know you guys were in the same team, but that was perfectly executed teamwork. So then, looking forward at this season, this has been, maybe because it's the one I don't racing with you, the only one where you look somewhat human. As you're just absolutely dominating Wednesdays for a second straight season, different race car, expanded field, doesn't matter. You're still so solid. You have that same speed here, but it's been harder to find those results as you kind of, I guess you could say, clawed your way into the chase last season. Did a phenomenal job giving yourself a chance at that championship, came so close. And I think this season we're seeing you more full time. You're going to have that chance. But again, these races so unpredictable. A big finish here somewhere like Daytona, is that something that's on the back of your mind when you're running second and not going to make that move? Then also, has your approach on Mondays changed at all from how you approach Wednesdays, or is it just the same thing every week and just everything's going to fall into place?
Yeah, it's coming here, you want to come out ahead here, because this is a place you definitely can come back losing points. But to come out ahead here is going to be helpful for the season, because I think I've been in probably every race. I've probably been in a wreck. It seems like nothing's going right. So I think the first thing is just to finish a race without getting in a wreck, and then we'll see what the results are there. But I don't know. It's just been a wreck-filled the first few races for me at least.
And every time I've been like, why can't that happen on Wednesdays? Because I'd love to watch you dominate here in the booth.
But a lot harder to get out front here. Seems to be, I don't know. Then I was involved in that freak accident at New Hampshire. But I think I was running up in the top 5, like 3rd or 2nd at the time.
True.
And my engine is no good after so a ghost car came through.
Exactly. That did happen. And honestly, when I saw you, I was like, oh, wow. So it is possible. All right. But yeah, that is very, very true. But yeah, I think if there's one place where you're going to I think some leagues, I think we were talking to Zabik in Arca before this, and he was like, it's not a bad luck streak. It's a bad luck league for some people. And it felt like that for you. But man, if there's one place to break it, that's going to make it feel like you're good for the rest of the season, it's got to be Daytona. So great to see that happen here today. Genuinely, man. And I cannot compliment all of your team enough. The best executed race I have ever seen from a team in any form of racing on iRacing. Seriously phenomenal. Great job. All 3 of you deserve trophies for this one. That was so impressive and so much fun to watch. Any shout outs you want to give before we get to talk to you again here on Mondays?
Yeah, just shout out to my teammate there getting the win. I know it's been a while since he got a win. I don't remember the last time he won in the Monday night series, but shout out to him, and shout out to you guys for streaming this for us.
Our pleasure, man. And I'm sure we'll be chatting again soon. I'm sure everything that's been going on in other leagues will come around here soon. And I can't wait for that to make this league even more competitive up top. Congrats on the great finish today. Congrats on the team win. And I'm sure we'll talk soon. And I'll see you on Wednesday, man.
All right, thank you.
Good stuff, buddy.
Yep. Good night.
Yeah, man. Justin Parham came in sixth and then going to move up. Now, Ken talked about his tough breaks. He was 8 points behind the cutoff line, but that second place finish today definitely going to move him up. We're waiting for MRL officials to finalize the results, but I would imagine second place, 8 points out.
Good stage finish, I think, as well.
Yeah. But again, the guys in front of him also did pretty good. You know, as you look up there, Iverson, Calvin Smith, Michael Wolf, Matt Novella.
All pretty solid finishes for Daytona, yeah.
Yeah, Wolf came home 14th. Novella comes home 6th. Mickelson comes home 8th. So these guys getting done what they need to. Calvin Smith, I think he might have had a...
He wound up, I think he winds up 18th. So it could have been worse,
yeah, so
but not great.
Yeah, so Calvin will be fighting that uphill battle. Nate Lesko not here today. But, yeah, interesting. Can't wait for the be updated. But, you know what? We got a rookie to talk to, man.
Yeah, let's haze a rookie.
Let's haze wait a minute. I don't want to haze this guy.
Nah, you seem like
Let's see what he's got to say for himself. Mr. Thompson, are you there?
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
Welcome to
Oh, back on the podium, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Woo. Now, Zach, we were talking that whole end there, Austin, and I didn't hear what you said, but of all the drivers not part of that 3-man grandstand group, you, Iverson, you were the one that was on the radio. What were you trying to communicate to the drivers around you there?
Yeah, well, I don't know, for the last 15 laps or so, it seemed like we would be saving a lap, not saving a lap, pushing real hard, 200 miles an hour, 186 miles an hour. So I just was like, hey, who wants this push to the win? Is it going to be Tony? Is it going to be this person? But it was kind of a mind game because Tony jumped out for, he got a run on me and jumped out for a push, and I just kind of left him up there and filled the hole, and he ended up behind me. So hopefully he doesn't hate me for that, but I was bidding for somebody to make a move, man. It got pretty monotonous, and it wasn't looking like anybody was going to do anything, honestly.
It's almost like I understand racing, me and Jane.
Yeah, we were in that same boat. You know, the 3 guys in front of you all on the same team. So they were absolutely content to drive.
I didn't even know that.
Were you aware of that?
I told you that too. I told you that too.
No. Literally no clue. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, those 3 are on the same team. And then behind you, you've got 2 drivers with a contentious, at best, history with Eric Gambrell and Tony Iverson. Those 2 guys, they've run into each other before. And then you got a couple of lap cars.
Yeah. And the lap cars tried their best, man. I appreciate them for that. They really did.
Yeah, but that's what I was hoping for, was that 25 was gonna come, or not 25. Zach Clausen, he was in 25th spot, and I was really hoping he would make that run there to at least get it going. You're a lap down. Best you're going to do is 25th place unless something happens there. So Austin, you talked about figuring out where you fit into a league. Any driver coming into the league. Here we are, 5th race, 2nd podium. I didn't see you getting super aggressive. In fact, when Trenton Johns got shuffled out of the group one time, I saw you kind of let off and let him in there. When does a driver, with the finishes that you're having, when do you start to do more take than give? Or is that not in your driving style? Like, talk to me how this adjustment has gone, because 2 podiums in 5 races, that's Zach, that's pretty solid, right, bud?
Not bad at all.
Yeah, that's a really, really good question. It's actually not. So I know first few races here I wrecked out. I probably was seen as aggressive by a lot of people, but I really like to think of myself less aggressive and more racecraft, long run. I like to work people over a few laps if that's what it takes. This is plate track racing. It's a lot different, but I think and I hope that's what is expected of me, moving forward. That's more the style driver that I like to be. I'm never gonna run in deep Joey Logano Richmond 2024.
Yeah, who
You'll
would
never
ever?
see that out of me.
I cannot stand people who drive like Joey Logano. Like, just the worst, right, Minjin?
Hate that guy.
Hate that
I'm
dude.
sorry,
He's just
I
the
was-
absolute worst.
The light appeared in my room, blinded me. I was distracted for a moment. What?
Oh, we're talking about how stupid and terrible Joey Logano is.
You got to quit saying that name. I keep getting distracted by the greatness. For the haters, baby. Hey,
For the
points.
haters.
Boy,
Sorry.
that is the lamest
It's the worst
thing.
thing. Okay, thank you. At least
It is my favorite driver, and I just cannot believe that.
Thank you.
Austin, you have moved up 5 spots. You're in 14th, and you are 3 points behind the cut line.
Wow.
We're climbing, boys. We're
Yeah.
gonna be there. I think we're gonna be pretty deep in the playoff run. I'm not gonna say we're gonna get a championship, but we're gonna be a contender, and we're probably gonna move some people around and shuffle some people that were in places last year, and ruffle some feathers. But that's okay. This is a fun league. It's competitive. These guys drive hard when they need to, and they don't when they don't need to. Like you said earlier, Trenton Johns, that guy. If you're in the circle, he has a little bit of an aggressive history, but he gave me a little bit. I gave him a little bit back. Later on in the season, we're probably going to be taken from each other. That's just the way it is.
The best part though is I see Trenton race over on Sunday nights also, and yeah, you're going to pinch, you're going to squeeze, but I think good drivers do that. And as he's worked with the Fish Speed Brakes boys, we've just seen his results get better, and his ability to hold a line. It's fun to have a rival, but it's really nice when you can trust that rival to hold his line and not come across your hood. And I think that's what you're going to get out of Trenton.
Yeah, 100%. That dude, I just want to say real quick, you don't see somebody as an aggressive driver and call them out for it unless you feel like they're good enough to be like that. I mean, that guy's got a lot of talent. He's fast. But like everybody else, he's made mistakes, just like we all have. But I mean, he's aggressive. He's really good though. He's getting a lot better. I'm happy for him, and I like racing with him. I have nothing against him. I did say he's aggressive, but notice I never said he was bad.
No, and over the last year especially, I've just seen that dude get so much quicker. This season of wheel to wheel versus the previous season, you just see him take the step, and then getting, he got him a couple of wins in another league. On top of that, to just keep moving up. So it's so much fun to see this whole you and the other group of rookies that have just come into this league. Michael Wolf, 11, Calvin Smith is in 12th. You're in 14th. You see Dalton Connor, 16th, Dakota Ply, 18th. This rookie class is just Cody Dorsey, 22, is really on fire. And I think you're one of the guys right now, 3 top 10s, 2 top 5s. Just been a blast to watch. A lot of fun also. You got Nick Mills back tonight for your Kentucky Bluegrass. Bluegrass Speed Company, my bad. Bluegrass Speed Company. Out there with Grant Applegate. Grant, of course, is the two-time defending champ and regular season points holder at the moment. So you are in good company. Any word on getting a new 4th? We did see your 4th driver unfortunately have to leave the league. So are you guys actively recruiting? Is there another Kentuckian out there you're looking at?
We actually have. It's not even been brought up. We just got word today that the 4th that we had, unfortunately, will not be welcome back this season, but potentially in the future. Because that wasn't an internet issue, it's kind of up in the air and a little bit on the edge how that's seen. I know it ruined a lot of
research was done.
What did we find out?
Buddy's Plugins,
I saw that.
one of our sponsors, Buddy's Plugins. Buddy did a deep dive on the different type of issues that one can have with your connectivity to iRacing. You know, there's the connectivity where you vanish and we can't see you. Then there's the issue of where everyone vanishes and you can't see them. And then there's a third type where you vanish, they vanish, and you do not have control of your car. And your car will hold the line.
Yes.
And so the research that Buddy did shows that third type of connectivity occurred. So we don't have the code from what happened to like look at, and I don't read code. I'm not Neo, okay? I'm not going to see the freaking Matrix and understand what happened. Loser. But your teammate absolutely, and the way that he immediately came on the air or came onto the Discord to apologize, and you could just, I got to talk with him, and you could just hear in his voice distraught. Yeah, that is not, and there was no contact, nothing to lead up to that, and no driving aggressively in the man's history either.
Yeah, so. Here's the thing about, I just want to take a second on that situation, because Jerry is my real life friend. He got me into iRacing, but he hasn't been iRacing for the last year or so. So he took the opportunity to hop in this league to try to get better in this car and just kind of ride around and get the feel for things, and then eventually be competitive. So he did not come in to do that, and when he did it, he was absolutely mortified and super embarrassed. And then to be kicked from the league, when, I mean, we all know that it wasn't something that he did on purpose, but we also all know that it really messed up a lot of people's races. And it's just, I just hate it for Jerry, man. I know he was looking forward to the season and running with us and learning and getting comfortable, and I hate it for the league because I know they had to make a really tough call. But yeah, on the fourth driver, I don't know anybody else from Kentucky that is available. I know a couple of drivers that I would love to run with us, but they just don't have the option. Haven't talked about a fourth, but I mean, it probably will come up soon if we even have the ability to add a driver at this point.
Well, you could add a driver, but recruiting is closed for the league at this point. So
it has to be somebody in the league already.
Yeah, because it's already passed. Once we get to the amount of starts that make you ineligible for playoffs, like you don't have enough starts, that's when they close recruiting. They don't.
So what's the free agent pool? Do you guys have that list?
We can look at it off the air. We'll keep that for the for the fans, so we can pretend to do something off the air. But yeah, go look in that NMO Discord. Oh my God, those guys got like 27 dudes in that chat. I'm sure one of them. Go get Gambrel. That guy's a psycho, man. He's in the Navy, so I guess he could live anywhere. Him and Nick Mills together. God, that would be the best team ever.
Must move to Kentucky to be on the team. So
I love it. I love it. Austin, hell of a ride today, dude. When we go off the air, get with me about another league that Jerry, I know of, that Jerry could join depending on his availability in the Cup car.
Okay.
And we could, it's Fish Speed Brakes has a team in there.
Okay.
And we'll see about if he's available. We'll talk about that off the air. Before I let you go, though, brother, anybody you want to give a shout out to here today?
Of course, man. Mean Gene, Zach Panzarella, VRN. You guys are the best. I love coming to the booth and talking to you all. It doesn't feel like an interview. It feels like a podcast. You guys are just the bros. Of course, Nick Mills, Grant Applegate, the GOAT, the people who put on the league. This place is awesome. So I just appreciate being here. And Bluegrass Speed Company.
Bluegrass Speed, making it happen. Good run today, my friend. Cannot wait to see what you got in store for them boys next week at Darlington. Go have yourself a cold beverage, man. You earned it.
Congrats, Austin. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Man, oh man, dude, that guy. I mean, 3 top 10s, 2 top 5s in 5 starts.
So good, so consistent. He is, like he said, he's going to mix it up right there on the bubble for the chase. I would bet on him to make it, but then you look right above him. You see Nate Lesko. So many good drivers in this league. Redinger in 10th. It's just absolutely insane. But man, this rookie class is so special. Austin Thompson, I think, kind of leading the way. Such a consistent driver. And it's funny, Gene. It literally, this has happened before in the past quite a few times. But
right.
I think this broadcast, more than anyone, so much of what we said came to fruition later in the race. That even includes the way that we talked about Austin's approach to races mentally. We talked about how today would be a big day for him to kind of make those friends, but also prove himself as the driver that he views himself as, right? And we heard him tell us what he views himself, and it's what I view myself as a driver, which is clean, long runs, kind of looking at the grand scheme of the race. But I think a lot of our drivers would tell you different things about me, right? I've heard from other people I'm very aggressive. I've heard a lot of things about me that aren't positive, but I can very much understand those. But this is one of those races like where someone like Austin has a massive opportunity to really set that narrative as a rookie of the driver that he is. And not only did he do that today in such a good fashion, working with drivers like he said about that he's had issues with in the past from other leagues, earning their trust, working well with them, but working well with the mainstays of this league, and to boot, a podium finish.
That's the best part, is when you make those leaps to get yourself firmly entrenched and surrounded by those solid people around you, just giving you that opportunity. I think also to get into that group, and I think moving forward, I mean we're clicking up on it, man. We are clicking up on it as race 6 next week at Darlington.
I'm not ready.
That is gonna be something, because that. Man, you go 3 wide. This league loves 3 wide. Okay,
they love it.
We love 3
Almost
wide.
as much as 4 wide.
You go 3 wide out of turn number 4.
Any turn
at Darlington, and you're done.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You are done. So that'll be fascinating to watch as we move forward. And I mean, dude, I'm looking down this list.
Thank you. I was about to say that. I was literally about to say that.
Wyatt Mickelson in 21st place in points.
Thank you, Mean Gene. Because, like, okay, I always say this.
Hell? How is that possible?
It's insane. And I always say this about when we're broadcasting or when we're on the air, where a lot of times someone like me and you that, you're running in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, with 20 to go, and you're going on the standings thing in front of you. You're looking, you're thinking, I can pass him. I think at the very least I'll be in 7th or 6th if I do everything right here. Okay, so let's just imagine you're Austin Thompson right now, okay? Either one of us are. Who on earth are you going to pass if you're in 14th place and those 13 are in front of you? What on earth, Mean Gene?
All of them.
I mean, yeah.
You heard him. Heard him.
If you're Max Verstappen, but my God, 13th place is Nate Lesko. And behind you is Jay Stinson. My goodness. And like Wyatt Mickelson was somebody who we thought was going to make the championship 4 last season. And he has missed one race, and trust me, it's not that one race that's why he is where he is in the standings. It's just that competitive now. It is surreal. And I think you also see this in a lot of other leagues, and Bollinger is going to kind of kill this narrative, so just pretend he doesn't exist here. But you can look at any other league that we cover, Mean Gene, and you look at that starts column, you're going to see different numbers all the way down it. Even when you're at 5 races in. Tomorrow night, you would see that, right? You need to run every race, unless you are Colin Bollinger good, to even flirt with the playoffs in this season.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. We look, the top guy with only 4 starts is Colin, as he is still 3rd in points. And then you go down to Nate Lesko. Again, Nate communicated through YouTube.
Construction, right.
Yeah, so he's out there he's building the roads and the homes that you live in. So
not a club, though. He's not building on a club.
Yeah, I think we'll I think we can give the man a pass. Yeah, but you're right. You look down the rest of that thing. You need that ability, and it's gonna get you close. I mean, you look at somebody like Steve Lewis. Louis got no top 10s.
I know.
No top 5s, but he's 19th in points, and that comes on attendance. So It is not out of the realm of possibility for Louis to click together a couple of top fives, and then all of a sudden he climbs up that board. And if he can have a Logano-esque second half, I can't stop him.
Okay, honestly, though, I will give you one. I'll be honest for 1 second. It's seriously impressive what Logano is doing. Like, it's insane how good he is on the second half of the season. And I think that you were making fun of Cindric, but you really do have to look at Logano's greatness there, because they're all driving better cars now than they were the first half of the season. And man, Logano's doing a lot with it. So hats off. He's doing better than my driver at the 5.
I was worried at that last race because when Joey got spun, it ruined the paint, and you could almost see the Toyota decal underneath the paint job. So you know, we didn't need that to happen. You gotta keep that on the DL. Coach Gibbs out there selling used Toyotas to the other teams.
I didn't know that was the secret of the second half of the season. What the hell is Hendrick doing?
Hendricks needs to buy. They're signing Connor Zilic, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's gonna help.
Got a winner. You got a winner. He's had the greatest rookie season since
maybe ever.
Yeah, I don't think that word "greatest" means what we think it used to mean.
We need to lend our T-Bone moment of the race graphic over to actual NASCAR for everything Zilic does.
Yeah, that guy's having a big time. Man, what a great race. I know there was some incident that a lot of drivers are involved with.
Yeah.
But, you know, Zach, it's like we talked about. This roster is still going to give us amazing opportunities at the end of every race, regardless of who's in there. I mean, look at the drivers at the bottom that we lost. Bolander, Nick Mills, Eric Thornton, Jonathan Sabir. All those are super speedway champs. We lose those guys. Middle of the pack, you look at Kyle Lynott, Stinson, Richard Swingle. That guy, you know, won a championship. I mean, all these guys. And yet at the end, we still get Parham Redinger and Austin Thompson. So
Interesting race, yeah.
It doesn't get easy anywhere.
No. It really doesn't. And teamwork really shined through today here. And that was absolutely the move, because with how competitive that this league has become, I think the teamwork here at these super speedways was what was going to bridge that gap. And another thing about how much these drivers, like you just talked about, are getting familiar with one another, learning each other. And we talked about this about mid-race. Man, do I love throwing Daytona smack in the middle of the season when these guys kind of know each other but kind of don't. But the guys who are disciplined, who are loyal, they're the ones who shine through. That told a beautiful story here today, one that completed itself at the end of the race, but also I think showed a lot of the things that we were talking about pre-race. These rookies trying to make a name for themselves, trying to really cement themselves in the league of the type of driver they're going to be and what to expect from them. We learned a lot today. I think what happened today, weirdly, at a track where you do learn less about the driver's skill, right? Because it's Daytona, we're turning left, we're flooring it. But you learned a lot about these drivers' decision making, the way they approach situations, and these drivers learned the most about each other than they have all season, probably combined with those first 4 races, if we're being honest. And it's going to change the trajectory of the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think so. Incident points will eventually start to shine, if that makes sense. You know, the ability to avoid those. You know, I'm just kind of scanning through this. Grant Applegate's at the top, but 6.40 incidents per race. That means if he ain't in the lead, he's rubbing you.
Yep.
You know, he's making it happen.
Every race.
Kevin Kyle, 2.4. That's really nice. And I think that's a testament to how Kevin is in 5th. He's only 26 points back of the leader right now. 1 top 5, 4 top 10s.
Most top 10s in the entire league.
Yeah. So Kevin Kyle right there. And then the other guys that stand out for me are Dakota Bly and Cody Dorsey, the 2 Quantum Contender drivers that have come in. 1.2 incidents per race for Dakota Bly. That is super low. And then Cody Dorsey, 2.4. So I really expect those 2 guys, once we get onto the intermediate tracks, to have a lot of great success. Because that's what it takes on those intermediate tracks, is not rubbing, losing momentum, finding those smooth lines. They both had a good start to the season. Kind of got rough on the short tracks and the super speedway, but I think once we get back into the intermediates, we're going to see both of those Diamond Dog Motor Club drivers moving back up.
I totally agree. And like you said, or I'm sorry, like what Parham said, is that teamwork so important today, but it fades away in those 1.5 mile tracks. And that's where protecting your race car, being there at the end, is going to shine through. 1.2 incident points of race is exceptional.
That's psycho, bro.
That's pretty crazy. That essentially means that there's a chance that he's had one incident out of these 5 races. That would be consistent with that average right there. That would mean one incident where he touched another car. So that is perfect driving right there. And if you keep doing that, you will string together enough finishes to be in the chase, because others don't. Guys faster than you don't do that. And we see that all the time. So that is the stuff I look for, especially in these new chase formats and also with no faster pairs anymore.
Yeah, and also they got a couple of good guys running with them. Rusty Rafferty is on that team, as is Calvin Smith. So 4 rookies, but again, low incidents for all of them. So expect that team to rattle some cages as we move forward. Now, best way to pay attention to what we got moving forward, make sure you are subscribed. Now, true believers, I know you are a part of the Vortex Racing Network family, but we are in the middle of our drive for 500. That's right. We are so close to the 500 subscriber mark, and we need your help. So this is a call to arms. All of you true believers out there, find a friend, let's see if we can get to that big 500 number. And it all is going to start tomorrow night when we are live for the Big Truckin' Tuesday series, as the playoffs have finally come to the Vortex Racing Network. The Dennis Puckett Big Truckin' Tuesday Truck Series. Tomorrow, the Drive for 5, 1:30 will launch us off. Cannot wait to see of the 12 drivers. Zach, I love that format. Everybody's on equal footing.
It's going to be a blast. I mean, Gene, those playoffs over in BRL are always absolute insanity. They are so much fun to cover. We have seen all the different combinations of what can happen with that format, how many different guys can get into the next round by ways of that tiebreaker. And this league, or I should say that league, just as competitive, just as elevated as what we watch here on Monday nights. So it's going to be crazy over there. Don't miss it. I can't wait for tomorrow night. I've missed you guys the past 2 weeks despite what you did to me.
Hey, watch out.
We're moving on.
Yeah, I'll buy you some nachos. But Wednesday nights, they are running that Gen 6 over there, Buddy Sully and the Professor Buddy Sully and Smokin' Joe bringing you that broadcast. Check out that Gen 6 action. That is a live broadcast. Thursday night, Quantum Contender Series. That is the Cup, Next Gen Cup Series, brought to you by Kevin Kyle and Kyle Lynott. And Sundays, that is our Premier Cup, where they will be at Daytona this Sunday as multiple winners in that series as well. It seems like the Premier Cup, the Next Gen Cup, just brings us a new winner every race, Zach.
Yeah, it really has. It's been crazy in every single one of these leagues recently, and all of these leagues are really just showing, I think a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago even, really top-heavy. It seemed like it was overall competitive, but 4 or 5 guys in every league kind of controlling things. Boy, has that gone out the window in just about every league here. It is different winners every week, unless it's Wednesday and Ken the Redinger is there.
You know who I'm blaming? That top left sponsor on that right there.
Uh-huh. He's ruining it for all of us, making everybody too fast.
He's ruining it. He's ruining it. And of course, I'm talking about Fish Speed Brakes. Jordan Fisher, his team of coaches, bringing you opportunities to just get faster. They have the private lessons. It's only $20 an hour, much cheaper than going out to Matt Busa or one of those guys and thinking you're going to get a private lesson, because that ain't going to happen, Zach. They're going to charge you $70, and you're going to be in a session with 7 other dudes, and you're going to get 10 minutes of him going, "Oh, that's pretty good."
Not bad at all.
Did you look at the video and that I sent you? You're like, the video from 3 years ago? Yeah. Before the repave? Yeah.
The one that's pretty much useless now?
Mm-hmm. But we got some videos for you from Fish Speed Brakes, Jordan Fisher, Zach Panzarella. You can go check out those track guides. And if you want a little bit more, there it is. Real coaching, real results, real fast. Those guys are going to push you right back up to the top. Fish Speed Brakes, of course, has a team on our Sunday morning broadcast. And right now they got 3 drivers in the playoff picture. So really good running over there. And that 4th driver, Ben Needis, is inches away. He went to Mexico instead of run a race. And, it's tough to miss races, but I might have gone to the tropical Mexico islands too.
Understandable.
Yeah, who doesn't want a pina colada down in Mexico? It's good stuff down there. Also, want to give a big shout out to our other sponsor, Buddy's Plugins. Now, be careful when you put that in a Google website because you want to make sure you're going to the right website. Buddy's Plugins, Buddy bringing you all the graphics. You see the race off pit road. You see the stage points awarded. All the graphics that you see here on the Vortex Racing Network provided by Buddy's Plugins. Give him a call, and he'll work with you depending on what version of SDK you are working with. He merge OBS and SDK, give you some of the best graphics out there, and give you the updates also to get it working with whichever version you're on. Be updated. Update that stuff, y'all. Can't be running on old versions. You can't race motocross with a 2025 Kawasaki, okay? You got to be on the 2026. Just a thing, Zach. Don't be old school like that. Final thoughts as we head out of this bad boy.
Awesome race. Like I said, I love commentating Daytona. I love being in the booth for these races. I critique them as a driver, but man, I get why people love it, especially when you're in the booth. It is such fun racing. So much chaos, so many split-second decisions that all these talented drivers have to make. And unsurprisingly, all 36 of them delivered today. That was phenomenal. Had a blast. It delivered on all fronts in terms of how it's going to mix up these standings, how we're going to be looking at a totally different trajectory next week going into race 6, And man, Daytona, these races, glad we're not one of those leagues that does this too often, but when we do, it delivers, and today was no exception.
Big time action on a big time track. Such a joy to watch. Next week, Darlington for the Monday Night Mayhem boys. Much different track, and we're going to see who can handle those turns. 30 cars going into 1 and 2, thinking they're going to rip that rail. 3 wide means somebody's down below that apron where there's no banking. Oh, the humanity. I cannot wait to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap us up for our Monday night broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. It has been a pleasure to bring you the Monday Night Mayhem as always. A big shout out to our sponsors, Fish Speed Brakes, as well as Buddy's Plug-In. Thank you to the league admins for putting this together. John Beverly, Joe Vulpes, Brandon Guerin, and all the boys that are part of Moonlight Racing League. Been a pleasure. On behalf of myself, Mean Gene Money, Zach Panzarella, have a great evening, and as always, bottoms up.